Chapter 37. Yes, the auction. When Linley heard what the people around him were discussing, his eyes lit up and he smiled. By Chi, why don't we go there tomorrow? Who knows, we might be able to get something useful. Sure. Bai Chi did not object to Lin Rei's suggestion. Instead, he agreed. Hee, this is going to be fun. Lin Rei's eyes lit up when he heard the two of them discussing the alchemy furnace. He decided that he must get it. Alright, let's eat quickly. After we finish eating, we can rest well and prepare for tomorrow's event. After he finished speaking, Linley didn't say another word. Instead, he lowered his head and ate furiously. When he couldn't swallow anymore, he would take a big gulp of wine. The people around him were speechless. The meal was finished in no time with the two of them devouring everything. Let's go to the room and rest for a while. After that, you can go and find them. Lin Rei walked towards the waiter as he spoke. Waiter, I want to stay here for a while. Give us 5 of the best rooms. Okay. Sir, please follow me. The waiter happily led Lin Rei to the room when he heard Lin Rei's word. Sir, our rooms are very comfortable. I guarantee that you will feel comfortable staying here. The waiter kept talking on the way back to the room. He did not stop talking. Waiter, why don't you tell me about the Danzong Sect? Lin Rei changed the topic to the Danzong Sect when he saw the waiter talking non-stop. He did not want to continue listening to the waiter's nonsense. Oh, sir, are you talking about the Danzong Sect in the Western continent? The waiter's eyes lit up when he heard Lin Rei's words. He was interested. Yes, that's right. I want to know what are the requirements to join the Danzong Sect. Is there anything I should pay attention to? Oh, so you came to the Western region to join the Danzong Sect. Then you really came at the right time. In a few days, the Danzong Sect will hold a large-scale disciple recruitment that is held once every 10 years. Moreover, the Danzong Sect is very famous in the Western region. The Danzong Sect is also a sect that has been passed down for tens of thousands of years. However, ever since that incident, the Danzong Sect has gradually declined. Oh, what do you mean? Hearing Lin Rei's words, the waiter hurriedly looked left and right, afraid that someone would hear what he was about to say. I heard that a few years ago, there was an elder who brought many disciples to the Forbidden Zone. In the end, none of them returned. After disappearing for a year, all the disciples' soul tablets, including the elders, said that the time had shattered. As the waiter spoke, a sense of fear appeared in his eyes. Oh, then what does this have to do with the Daxing recruitment? When Lin Rei heard this, his eyes were filled with shock. He never thought that the Danzong Sect elders who brought disciples to the Forbidden Zone would all die. This was very inconceivable. Of course it is. Ever since that incident, the Danzong Sect's overall strength has greatly declined. In the past few years, they have been oppressed by many other sections. If it weren't for the fact that the Danzong Sect could refine pills, they would have been destroyed long ago. At this point, a trace of pity flashed through the waiter's eyes. Oh, so that's how it is. Hearing this, Lin Rei finally understood the whole story. After listening to the waiter's words, Lin Rei felt that the Danzong Sect's waters were very deep. It was not as simple as the waiter had said. Alright, sir, I've said too much today. Originally, I couldn't tell you these things, but I can see that you don't want to be a bad person. There's no end to it. As he spoke, Lin Rei was brought to his residence by the waiter. Sir, take the door sign and don't lose it. Here are the keys to the other 4 rooms. After speaking, the waiter stuffed all the keys into Lin Rei's hands. Today, I'm very satisfied with your performance. Take this as revenge for telling me stories today. As he spoke, Lin Rei took out a middle-grade spirit stone from the Yellow Dao Master's ring and handed it to the waiter. Sir, I can't accept this. Telling you stories is my good fortune. I can't even ask for your reward. However, although the waiter said such words, his eyes were staring at the spirit stone in Lin Rei's hand. Okay, I said it's for you. If you don't want it, then I can only throw it away. As he spoke, Lin Ray's hand was ready to throw it outside, but the waiter was anxious. Don't, I want it. In this way, Lin Ray gave the spirit stone to the waiter and left. Lin Ray also went to the room and went to the bed to cultivate. After a while, Wan Yu's laughter and Lin Tian's voice came from outside the door. Come in, the door is not locked. Knowing that they were going to come in, Lin Ray's spiritual awareness saw them at the door and let them come in directly. Hey, master, look what good things your disciple bought today. When Wan Yu came in, she was carrying a lot of things in her hand. There was food, there was makeup, clothes, and even hairpins and jewelry. Ai Wan Yu, these things will not be useful in the future. It's useless to buy them. Looking at the things his disciple bought, Lin Ray was very helpless. Looking at Wan Yu, he was very happy, but Lin Ray still couldn't help but hit her. Why? Wan Yu froze for a moment, and quickly asked Lin Ray. When we cultivate to a certain extent, we don't know how many years it will take. No one looks at these things you bought. You will forget about it after some time. You say, do you still need to buy these things? Hearing Lin Ray's words, Wan Yu's face obviously did not have the previous happy feeling. However, it can still be used now, but you don't want to waste the time of cultivation. In the end, Lin Ray was not too strict with Wan Yu. Wan Yu's age was still too young. Okay, I got it. Wan Yu, who was originally unhappy, was reignited with happiness. The happy expression on her face was very cute. Okay. You all go back to your rooms. Tomorrow morning, we will go to the local auction house and see if there is anything we want. With that, Lin Ray gave them their things, and then they all left his room. Ai, it seems that I have to give Wan Yu more thought in the future. Otherwise, she won't realize that she has already walked on a path of no return. Lin Ray had a distressed expression. He looked very unwilling, but there was no other way. The law of the world was like this. The weak were prey to the strong. Those without strength would eventually be treated as prey. Ai. Lin Ray sighed and then closed his eyes to cultivate. In the process of cultivation, the night passed just like that. Dong dong dong, dong dong dong. Lin Ray, who was washing up, heard a series of knocks on his door. It was time. Lin Ray frowned. He was very annoyed with people disturbing him. If he was cultivating now, then it would be terrible. Jia. Lin Ray came to the door with a gloomy face and opened it. Only a small head came in from outside the door. Master, what time is it? The auction is about to start. An anxious voice came out of that person's mouth. Wan Yu, can you not randomly knock on the door in the future? Fortunately, Master is washing up inside. If Master was cultivating and was disturbed by you, Master would have long gone mad. Lin Ray didn't give Wan Yu a good look, because it was related to the future. He couldn't always control her like this. If he spoiled her like this, he would definitely suffer losses in the future. Oh, I see. Seeing Lin Ray's expression, Wan Yu knew that she was in trouble today, so she obediently went to the side and didn't say a word. Well, let's go to the auction. Lin Ray didn't coax Wan Yu, but directly said to Lin Tian, Bai Qi and Dian Wei. Yes, young master. Hearing today's words, the three answered in unison. Seeing Lin Ray go out, Dian Wei came to Wan Yu's side. Little miss, you really made a mistake today. If it were someone else, he would have come to kill you. He wouldn't have the time to scold you here. Oh, I see. I won't do it again. Hearing Dian Wei's words, Wan Yu nodded, her eyes full of guilt. Well, let's go. I believe young master won't blame you. After that, he led Wan Yu to follow behind Linley. They didn't say anything. They just followed behind him. House of Treasures, haha, how arrogant. How dare you use this name? When Linley arrived at the auction house, he raised his head and saw the name of the auction house. For a moment, he laughed. He didn't think that this auction house would dare to use such a name. Generally speaking, as long as a shop had such a name, it would have everything it wanted. However, Linley didn't believe that this was the case. Let's go in and see if there are any treasures in this house of treasures, he said to Dian Wei and the others. Then he stepped into the house of treasures. Stop. Do you have an invitation? Lin Rei, who came to the door of the house of treasures, was stopped by a man dressed as a doorman, who asked for an invitation. Oh, you need a door pass? But I don't have one. Hearing the doorman's words, Lin Rei was angry. Why couldn't he enter without a door pass? Sorry, we don't welcome paupers here. You'd better find another place. As he spoke, the doorman had a look of disdain on his face. But in Linley's eyes, this was a suicidal act. Ha ha, pauper, ha 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 ha. A burst of laughter came from Lin Rei's mouth, which attracted the attention of the people around him. Humph, what a snob. Just because I'm not wearing gorgeous clothes, I'm rejected thousands of miles away. Does that mean I'm pauper? If so, I can only say that this house of treasures is not good. Hearing this, the doorman blushed. Sometimes, he saw the people around him pointing at him. Seeing this scene, the doorman was angry. Who do you think you are? How dare you criticize me? With that, the doorman raised his hand and slapped Lin Rei. Humph, you're courting death. Is my young master someone a slave like you can touch? A furious roar came from Dian Wei, who was behind Lin Rei. Dian Wei released his cultivation and also raised one hand, but the difference was that Dian Wei's hand was at the peak of the foundation establishment realm. He slapped at the doorman. Chapter 38. Bang! Kacha, kacha! The sound of bones breaking could be heard from the doorman's arm. Ah! A scream came out of the doorman's mouth. His body kept falling backward. His eyes were filled with fear. At the same time, there was an expression of disbelief, as if none of this was possible. Hee, are you still calling me a pauper now? Lin Rei slowly walked to the front of the doorman. He said to him with a hint of disdain. You actually dared to injure me. Do you know that I am the doorman of the House of Thousand Treasures? Offending me is equivalent to slapping the House of Thousand Treasures in the face. Before the doorman could finish speaking, Linley grabbed him by the neck with one hand and lifted him up. He walked towards the main hall of the House of Thousand Treasures. Sigh, another one seeking death. He wants to cause trouble for the House of 10,000 Treasures with such a low cultivation level. I can't live on him for long. That's right. Let's go in and watch the show. Let's see how this young man will die. Yes, hurry up. A group of onlookers couldn't wait to enter the House of 10,000 Treasures. They wanted to see what Linley would do to the people from the House of 10,000 Treasures. As Linley walked into the main hall, the gazes of everyone in the hall were focused on Linley. Who is it? Who is it that wants to cause trouble in our House of 10,000 Treasures? This is a very strong man. He came out and was mumbling. Another one has come to court death. Let me meet you. When Bai Qi saw the look in Linley's eyes, he walked towards the muscular man who had just arrived. So it's you bastards who are causing trouble in our 10,000 treasure house? As he spoke, An's eyes caught sight of the doorman in Lin Rei's hand. At that moment, the anger on his face was undisguised. You're courting death. After seeing the miserable state of the doorman, the muscular man rushed towards Bai Qi. The muscular man's fist carried a terrifying might, but in Bai Qi's eyes, it was only the size of an ant. Bai Qi could only see Bai Qi's fist collide with it. Pung! The outcome was decided after one move. The brawny man fell backward like a pile of garbage. Bang! The burly man's body sat on the platform. In an instant, a large hole appeared, and the burly man's entire body sank into it. Even an ant dares to challenge Jing Hui of Sun and Moon. The corners of Bai Qi's mouth curled into a disdainful expression. After curling his lips, he walked towards Lin Rei. Well done. Lin Rei nodded towards Bai Qi, then revealed a sharp gaze towards the front. There was already a group of people here. The leader was a very beautiful girl, and behind her was a group of terrifying people. Lin Ray could feel from the fluctuations emitted from their bodies that their cultivations were above Inedia or even higher. Young master, I wonder if our 10,000 treasure house's hospitality is lacking, or are you deliberately looking for trouble? When the girl in the lead saw Lin Ray, she opened her mouth and spoke. Her tone was as if he had to answer, and she looked very domineering. Lin Ray was also vigilant. His body was very tense, and he was already prepared to fight at any time. Humph. That's not necessary. Besides, I don't have the time to waste here. Oh, then why are you here? Moreover, you're holding the doorman of our 10,000 treasure house. Do you have an explanation for this? Haha, I'll have to ask your 10,000 treasure house. When doing business, you have to look at what the customer is wearing. If it's bright clothes, you'll be a distinguished guest. If it's not, you'll be a pauper. Is this the rule of your 10,000 treasure house? Lin Ray used the most concise words to reply. Often, such concise words can make people speechless. The girl only made a sound of acknowledgement, then looked at the doorman in Lin Ray's hand, her eyes filled with killing intent. Speak, what's going on? This sentence scared the doorman in Lin Ray's hand, causing him to tremble, as if he was very afraid. Gulp. The doorman swallowed his saliva in fright, his face was very pale. Even when Lin Ray hit him, he did not have such a reaction. But now that the young lady had said this, things were clearly different. Linley's view of the young lady was now completely different. And miss, it's not like that. It's not like that. I saw that he didn't have an invitation, so At this point, the doorman was completely speechless because he saw the girl's face, which was so gloomy that it could drip water. That's great. I didn't think that our 10,000 treasure house would have such a dog relying on its master's power. Who recruited this person? When the girl heard the first half of the doorman's sentence, she was already certain that Lin Ray's words were basically correct. Thus, she turned her head and asked the group of old men and middle-aged men behind her. Her tone was very cold. Miss, I'm the one who recruited him. This is... A middle-aged man timidly stepped forward. His face was filled with fear, and his body was trembling non-stop. So it's Deacon Wang. No wonder he can rely on his master's power like that. I didn't think that he would have someone like you watching him from behind. The girl spoke to Deacon Wang with a trace of ridicule and disdain. Her eyes stared straight at him, as if she wanted to strangle him to death immediately. All right, I don't want to hear anything else. I'll leave this person to you. As for how to deal with him, you know what to do. As for you, just go to the family's law enforcement hall and accept your punishment. After that, the girl didn't waste any more time and directly walked to Lin Ray, looking at Lin Ray with curiosity in her eyes. Sir, I'm really sorry for what happened just now. It was our 10,000 treasure house's disrespect to you that led to this. I'd like to apologize to you and ask for your forgiveness. In order to show our sincerity, we can make an exception and let you and your servants enter the VIP room on the second floor to wait for the following auction. What do you think? Yes, that's fine. I misunderstood your 10,000 treasure house. In order to show my sincerity, I'd like to make a deal with you. However, we can only talk about this in a quiet place. As he spoke, Linley swept the surrounding people with his gaze. Seeing this, the young woman immediately understood. She hurriedly stretched out her hand and gestured towards Linley, inviting him to enter. Let's go. Lin Ray said to Dian Wei and the others behind him, and slowly followed the girl to the second floor. I still don't know what your surname is. Can you tell me? Hearing the girl's words, Lin Ray stood for a while, but in the end, he still told her his name. My surname is Lin Ray, and my name is Lin Ray. Oh, Lin Ray? I've never heard of you. Where are you from and where is your family? Why haven't I heard of the Lin family before? Hearing Lin Ray's words, the girl quickly scanned through all the families in the West in her mind, but to her disappointment she didn't find any. Well, I'm not from the West. As for where I'm from and my family, I don't think I need to tell you. Lin Ray didn't tell her his family, not because he was afraid that the girl would take revenge on the Lin family, but because there was no need to, because he felt that ever since he left the Lin family, there was no need to treat himself as a member of the Lin family. Oh, okay. Then I won't ask. Come in. As he spoke, Linley was brought to an empty room. As soon as he entered the room, Linley could clearly sense that the spiritual energy here was much denser than the spiritual energy outside. Looking at the decorations in the room, although Linley didn't recognize any of them, he could sense that every single one of them was very precious, and not an ordinary item. Oh, there is a level 2 Qi gathering formation in this room, so the spirit energy inside is twice as dense as outside. Young Master Lin doesn't need to be surprised. After hearing the girl's words, Lin Ray felt relieved. He had read about Qi gathering formations in novels before, so Lin Ray wasn't too surprised when he heard the girl's words. Come, young master, please sit. What kind of deal does young master want to make with me? The girl made a flirtatious gesture, then sat down with her legs crossed. She picked up a fruit from the table and ate it. I don't know if your precious house accepts cinnabar fruit. With just this sentence, the girl who had just sat down stood up in shock. She looked at Lin Ray with fiery eyes as if she was looking at a treasure. Miss, please conduct yourself with dignity. Cough cough, that young Master Lin really has cinnabar fruits. When the girl heard Lin Ray's words, she realized that she had lost her composure. She quickly sorted out her emotions and asked Lin Ray. Yes, I do have them, but not many, only 2. I found them by a cold pond when I was out training. At that time, there was a large python with meat legs guarding it. Seeing the girl so excited, Lin Ray decided to only take out 2. This was because he could see from the girl's eyes that the cinnabar fruits were very valuable. Oh, there are 2 more. That's great. Saying this, the girl jumped up. She looked very cute, but Lin Ray knew that she wasn't simple. To be able to have a group of cultivators who had surpassed Anidia as her bodyguards, she must be a very, very powerful disciple. Young master, please entrust the 2 cinnabar fruits to our 10,000 treasure house to auction. We don't need any money in the middle, and all the money from the auction can be given to young master. However, there is one condition. I hope that young master can sell one of the cinnabar fruits to me privately. I can buy it for twice the price of the first cinnabar fruit. Seeing the resolute look on the young lady's face, Linley was moved. Okay, but you have to protect my information. You can't tell anyone else about it. Linley agreed, and then spoke of the concerns he had in his heart. Young master, please don't worry. Even if you don't say it, we will keep it a secret for you. This is the rule of our 10,000 treasure house. The girl revealed a confident expression as she looked at Lin Ray. It was as if Lin Ray was worrying too much. Chapter 39. Since that's the case, then our deal is done. Lin Ray said to the girl, then took out the cinnabar fruit from his storage space. After a while, a wave of spiritual energy was emitted from the red fruit in Lin Ray's hand. It really is the cinnabar fruit, and it's even 1,000 years old. The girl became even more excited when she saw the cinnabar fruit. She didn't expect Lin Ray's cinnabar fruit to be 1,000 years old. She originally thought that it would at most be 100 years old. The girl didn't hesitate. She took out a jade box from her storage ring and placed the cinnabar fruit inside. Young Master Lin, please keep this token. In the future, if you have any good things, you can auction them at 1,000 Treasure House. Or if you have something you want to buy, this token will give you a 10% discount. As she spoke, the young lady pulled out a very ancient-looking medallion from her bosom and handed it over to Linley. Just by looking at the surface of the medallion, one could tell that it was no ordinary medallion. Okay, Lin Ray replied, then took the token and threw it into his storage ring. Seeing this, the girl's face showed a trace of displeasure, but she hid it well. Then, I won't disturb young Master Lin. The auction is about to start. I still have to put the cinnabar fruit in, so I won't disturb you." With that, the girl walked out of the door alone. Lin Ray looked at the girl's back and didn't say anything. Instead, he looked at the stage in the hall. "Okay, I've made everyone wait. Next, it's my turn to auction. I'm the gold medal auctioneer of Thousand Treasure House, Wan Ling." The one on the stage was an incomparably enchanting woman. Moreover, the most eye-catching part of her was her exposed thighs. Not only were her legs beautiful, but her appearance was also at the level of causing the downfall of a country. "Hey, Miss Linger, hurry up and start. We've been waiting here for a long time." A very dissatisfied voice came from below the arena, but the tone was heavy and had a trace of lewdness. "All right, I won't be long-winded. Let's start with the first auction item. This is something we collected from the central region of the continent. Its owner was once a powerhouse with a very high cultivation. However, due to other reasons, it fell into the hands of our House of Myriad Treasures. Now, let's welcome our first auction item tonight, the Water Spirit Armor. It's the highest grade item that our House of 10,000 Treasures has auctioned in recent years. It's a high-grade artifact and the base price is mid-grade spirit stones. Jia Jia feeds it 50,000 spirit stones each time." After he finished speaking, the crowd below the stage boiled with excitement. For them, a medium-grade treasure weapon was already the defining treasure of a great family. Hearing that all of the items being auctioned were high-grade treasures, how could they not be envious? 200,000! A tall middle-aged man stood up and shouted towards the stage. Whoosh! Because of the man's shout, everyone was fired up. Everyone began to fight over the armor. The 200,000 from the man became 300,000, 400,000, 500,000. Finally, among the many competitors, there was someone who wanted the armor, and it became 900,000. Okay, 900,000, 900,000. Wan Ling looked down and saw that no one was shouting, so she happily said, 900,000 going once, 900,000 going twice, 900,000 going thrice. Bang! Good, then this armor belongs to our number 31. Finished speaking, an attendant came up from the side and took the armor from the stage and gave it to the auctioneer. At this time, Lin Ray, who was watching from the second floor, had a playful look in his eyes as the corner of his mouth slightly curled. Humph, it's only a broken treasure, yet it's worth so much. Actually, as soon as he had taken out the armor, Linley had already known that it was a damaged armor. The power it could unleash was, at most, a low-grade elemental artifact. Wan Yu, is there anything you like? If there is, then tell Master and Master will buy it for you. Also, you guys, if you like something, then tell me. Lin Ray suddenly thought of something and turned his head to the people behind him and said, "Oh yes, I understand, Master, young Master." Good, then next, let's welcome our second auction item. If the first item is the one with the best defense, then the second item is the one with the highest attack. As he spoke, a person holding a long sword came up from the backstage. If one took a closer look, they would be able to see that the person holding the sword was trembling all over. His face was extremely pale, and he looked very unwell. It was as if he was suffering from a serious illness. Ding Dong discovered a sealed Devil Realm magic artifact around the host. Devil Realm. Sigh, it's not really a Devil Realm. It's just a space created by a few Devil Kings from the Devil Realm. Then, they multiplied here until now, so the people in the Tianxian continent call it the Devil Realm. However, the Devil Realm really does exist. It's just not here, but in a higher plane. Seeing Lin Ray's blank face, the system told him about the Devil Realm. After listening, Lin Ray's face relaxed. Buy it, maybe it will be of great use in the future. Then, Lin Ray's eyes looked at the Devil Realm treasure on the stage outside. His eyes did not leave it, as if he was determined to win it. Good, next is the auction's second auction item. It's a treasure. As for its level, I don't know. Anyway, it's very good, but it has a murderous aura. Its attack power should be at the upper level of treasure. Now, let's start the auction. The starting price of this treasure is 500,000 spirit stones, and the starting price is 200,000 spirit stones. Now, let's start the auction. However, after the auctioneer announced the starting price, the audience was not as restless as before. Instead, it was very quiet. If a needle fell on the ground now, it was estimated that someone would be able to hear it. Seeing this scene, the auctioneer had already expected this, so he was not too surprised. Then, he used his eyes to signal the waiter behind him to take the treasure to the backstage. But at this time, a voice broke the silence. I bid 700,000 spirit stones to buy this treasure. It could be said that the words were not enough to shock people to death. With just one sentence, it completely ignited the entire auction house. They never thought that someone would be willing to pay such a high price for a treasure with murderous aura. Murderous aura is a kind of invisible thing that is similar to evil aura. This kind of murderous aura will cause serious consequences for cultivators and ordinary people. If it is an ordinary person, as long as they are contaminated with a trace of murderous aura, they will die. However, this is not necessarily the case for cultivators. It will cause cultivators to go berserk, and even lead them astray. This is for cultivators with high cultivation, but for cultivators with low cultivation, it will cause them to die suddenly. Hee good, 700,000 going once, 700,000 going twice, 700,000 going thrice. Congratulations to the guest in room 204. Come, quickly send it to the guest. Seeing that the tricky item had been sold, she did not want to see it for a second longer. She knew how many people had died for it, so when she saw that someone had bought it, she hurriedly asked someone to send it to the guest. Dong, dong, dong. Someone knocked on the door. Lin Rei knew that it must be the person who had come to deliver the treasure. Then, he used his head to signal Dianwei, asking him to welcome the person in. Creak. The door opened and the pale-faced youth walked in, holding the magic tool that had taken away the baleful aura. When he saw Linley, the youth was startled. He hadn't thought that the person being auctioned off would be a child about his age. Sir, the item you are auctioning is very troublesome. Many people in our auction house have died for it. I hope you can be more careful. With that, the young man came to Lin Rei with the treasure and respectfully handed it to Lin Rei. Thank you for the reminder. With that, Lin Rei took the box. The moment he took it, Lin Rei clearly sensed the evil spirit coming from it. However, it had no effect on Lin Rei at all, because Lin Rei's spiritual root was a thunder spiritual root, which had the innate ability to suppress evil things. Therefore, the evil spirit was nothing to him. Lin Rei slowly opened the box, and the treasure inside was gradually exposed to Lin Rei's eyes. What caught Linley's eye was a long sword. The sword was 7 feet long, and the most eye-catching part of it was the scabbard. A very lifelike black dragon was carved into the scabbard, and the dragon's mouth was occasionally spitting out black gas. The dragon's eyes, in particular, were very lifelike and lively. If Linley hadn't been so close to it, he wouldn't have been able to see it so clearly. Ding dong, young master, the host's first treasure hunt was actually able to pull out an immortal-level magic tool. Moreover, the most miraculous thing is that the Black Dragon Emperor, who had cultivated for hundreds of thousands of years, is actually sealed within this Bing Long sword. The system's words made Lin Rei completely stunned. From the system's words, it meant that the black dragon on the scabbard was real, and it was the Dragon Emperor. This made Lin Rei feel as if he had flown into the clouds, but the system's next words were like kicking Lin Rei down from the cloud. System, don't be happy too late. Although it is said that a Black Dragon Emperor is sealed, it is not something you can control. Moreover, after my observation, the strength of this Black Dragon Emperor has decreased because it has been sealed for too long. However, it is still not something you can compete with. This Black Dragon Emperor is breaking through the seal. I estimate that it will take at most 3 or 4 years, so I advise the host not to have any ideas about it now. AI, can't you wait for me to be happy before saying such words? Do you know that you are always like this? When I am not feeling excited, you can always successfully splash a bucket of cold water on me. Lin Ray complained to the system, but at the same time, Lin Ray also directly put the long sword into the storage of the system. If he put it in the storage, he would not feel at ease. Well, I will not be like this in the future. In the future, when the host is not happy, I will definitely tell you the pros and cons, okay? Hearing the system's words, Lin Ray smiled. It looked like a smile of a successful conspiracy. In fact, when Lin Ray heard the system's warning, he decided to use it when he had the strength in the future. Chapter 40. Well, that's more like it. But how strong do I have to be before I can unlock the seal? To remind the host can only unlock a little bit when you reach the combination stage. Hearing the system's words, Lin Ray was stunned for a moment. Then, he didn't say anything else. There was only silence, very silence. Right at this moment, a submissive voice rang out in Linley's ears. "Young master, why don't you settle the bill first? That way, I can give an explanation to the steward." Hearing this, Lin Ray woke up. He looked at the pale young man in front of him and didn't say anything. Instead, he directly took out the 700,000 spirit stones needed to buy the magic tool from the Devil Realm and gave it to the young man. "Okay, then I'll take my leave first." The young man took the spirit stones from Lin Ray and put them in the bag in his hand. Then, he bowed to Lin Ray and walked out of the door. Alas, this person probably won't live for long. He's really good. Lin Ray saw the young man leave. "So," he said regretfully. Wan Yu and the others next to him were very confused. "Master, isn't that person fine? Why do you say he's about to die?" Wan Yu, who was originally hesitant, finally couldn't resist her curiosity and asked. Linley looked at this kind of person and explained what he had just said. He came up with the magic tool, but before he came up, his body was already corroded by the evil chi of the magic tool in the box. That's why I said he won't live for long. Lin Ray didn't say anything after he finished speaking. Instead, he turned his head and looked at the ring. After watching the auction items being auctioned, Lin Ray didn't intervene. Instead, he quietly waited for the thing he needed to arrive. Time passed quickly, and as time passed, the item Linley was looking for finally arrived. There were a few people on the dueling platform who were carrying something that seemed to be very heavy, and it seemed to be very strenuous. Just like that, those people, one step at a time, slowly carried that thing to the center of the dueling platform. Dong! A very heavy sound came from the group of people. Moreover, one could faintly smell the fragrance of medicinal pills. Although it was very faint, everyone could smell it. Good, then let's auction the 16th item. This item is the beginning, it is the alchemy furnace used by the Dan King, and its rank is not low. I believe everyone should be familiar with the name of this item. It is called the 10,000 Beasts Furnace. Hey, Miss Ling don't talk nonsense. We're here today for this thing, so hurry up and come. That's right. Hurry up. My heart is already starting to boil. Without waiting for Wan Ling to finish speaking, the people under the stage began to become restless. It seemed that they all came for this item. Well, it seems that our customers can't wait any longer. Then, let's wait for the price of this item. The base price of this item is 900,000 spirit stones, and each increase is 500,000 spirit stones. So, everyone is free to increase the price. The highest bidder wins. I hope everyone will be able to buy what they like. Let's not talk nonsense. Now, the auction for the 10,000 Beasts Furnace begins. 1,500,000 spirit stones. Just as the auctioneer finished speaking, a person under the stage called out a high price of 1,500,000 spirit stones. However, this was not the highest price. Afterward, a lot of people called out their own bid. 2 million. A strong man sitting side by side with the man who called out 1,500,000 spirit stones shouted. It seemed that there was some kind of grudge between the two of them. Their minds were filled with hatred and killing intent. Okay, 2 million, 2 million. Is there anyone who wants to go higher than 2 million? 3 million. Such a simple sentence caused an uproar among the people below the arena. They were all very surprised. Someone actually raised the price by 1 million all of a sudden. How awesome was this? To them, 1 million was something that they had to praise for a very long time before they could obtain it. Everyone followed the voice and looked at room 213 on the second floor. Their eyes were filled with envy and greed. Okay, 3 million going once, 3 million going twice, 3 million going thrice, deal, 4 million. A sudden voice interrupted the auctioneer. Everyone's eyes instantly shifted to the room where the high price of 4 million spirit stones was called out. It was also room 204 on the second floor. Master, why did you spend 4 million spirit stones to buy that lump of iron? It's not a good thing. At this time, in room 204, a little girl complained to a young man. Wan Yu, don't say that. If you buy this thing, it will be a good thing. If you use it properly, it will be an amazing thing. That's right, the young man who called out 4 million spirit stones was Lin Ray. Originally, Lin Ray wanted to call out the price early, but then he thought that it would be troublesome, so he waited until the end to call out the price. At this time, Lin Ray's eyes were burning. He was very excited. Now that the alchemy furnace was gone, all that was left was the alchemy technique. He had to join the alchemy school as soon as possible. However, room 213 on the opposite side was not calm. At this time, there was a young man sitting there. Next to him stood an old man who was very respectful. There was a trace of doting in his eyes. Uncle Wan, go and find out who called out the price. I want him to regret going against me. When the young man said this, his eyes were filled with killing intent and his whole body was emitting a cold aura. He looked very fierce. Okay. As soon as he finished speaking, the old man walked out of the room and slowly arrived in front of Lin Ray's room. Knock, knock, knock. A series of knocks came from the door. Linley didn't have much of an expression on his face, remaining as cold as ever. As soon as he saw the door open, Linley already knew who it was. Go and open the door, Lin Ray said to Dian Wei. Dian Wei also came to the door vigilantly and slowly opened it. A white-haired old man appeared outside the door. Ha ha. The old man didn't say anything else. He just laughed and walked in directly. When he saw Lin Ray, there was a trace of surprise in his eyes because he saw Lin Ray's cultivation as soon as he came here. Of course, this was also done by Lin Ray on purpose. Otherwise, not to mention this old man, even a golden immortal couldn't see through his cultivation. May I know what business this old man has with me? I don't seem to remember seeing you before. Lin Ray sat in his original position with his legs crossed. His eyes were full of coldness and his tone was very cold. He looked at the old man and asked indifferently, Well, my young master likes this myriad beasts furnace very much, so he wants to ask you to give it to my young master. The old man's tone was not as disdainful and mocking as before. He was more cautious because he wasn't sure if Lin Ray had the power behind him. Moreover, seeing that Lin Ray was already at the peak of the Foundation establishment realm at such a young age, he wasn't sure if Lin Ray had the support of a sect or family. Oh, you're wrong. I paid for it. If your young master wants it, he can buy it back with money. But if you want me to give it to him, I can only say that it's impossible. Lin Ray didn't give him any face at all. He directly went back because he felt that there was no need to give face to the person in front of him. Little brother, My young master is the young master of Sun's sect. Moreover, he's the sect master's favorite son. You're not giving face to Sun's sect by doing this. If the sect master knows about this, he will." Before he finished speaking, he was interrupted by Lin Ray. Lin Ray looked at the old man with a gloomy face and said, "Humph, let me tell you, not to mention the son of Sun Sect's sect master, even if you're the son of God, it's useless. Also, don't try to challenge my bottom line, and don't try to threaten me. I said, if you want the auction item, then buy it back with money. You really, come, see the guest out." Lin Ray didn't wait for him to be pleasing to the eye, and directly asked him to leave. The old man also felt that he had lost face, so he directly walked out. The old man returned to his room with a gloomy face. Looking at the young man's eyes, the old man's face darkened and he lowered his head. "How was it? Did you find out the other party's identity?" the young man hurriedly asked when he saw the old man's face, but when he saw the old man's face, the young man already knew the result. "I'm sorry, young master. I went to look for that person, but the other party's strength and background are unfathomable. That young man is at most 14 or 15 years old, but the other party has the strength of the peak of Foundation establishment. Moreover, there are several subordinates at the peak of Foundation establishment following him." At this point, the old man's voice became softer, and in the end, there was no more sound. The young man's heart was also shocked. When he thought of the old man saying that the other party was a 14 or 15-year-old young man who had the strength of his peak, he knew that the other party's strength and background should be very great. However, it was exactly the opposite. Lin Ray didn't have the kind of background they thought of. If Lin Ray knew what they were thinking, he would definitely laugh to death. "All right, Uncle One, let's leave this matter at that. Although I really want that item, I can't bring unnecessary trouble to my father." Although the young man said so, it could be seen that the killing intent in the young man's eyes couldn't stop bursting out. The old man standing next to him saw this scene. He was silent. "Well, then the 16th auction item belongs to the distinguished guest in room 203. After that, just like before, a person came up and put the 10,000 beasts furnace into a storage ring and went to Lin Ray's room. Well, let's go in. This is the end of today's auction. The next item is a very precious plant. It can nurture souls and preserve the soul of a dead person. It has many other effects, so I won't introduce them one by one. However, its name is very famous. It is called the Soul Nurturing Wood." Chapter 41. The base price is 1,000,000 spirit stones. Each bid will be 100,000 spirit stones from the Lin family. Next, the bidding will begin and the highest bidder will win. Wan Ling who was waiting for the auction, didn't see any excitement on the stage. Instead, they were silent because they felt that this thing was useless to them. Most importantly, 1,000,000 mid-grade spirit stones was too much for them. For them, it was impossible to buy this kind of unrealistic thing. Moreover, 1,000,000 mid-grade spirit stones wasn't enough to buy it. Therefore, the current situation occurred. However, Lin Ray was different. He needed this thing because Hong Lian's aura was very weak. If he had the soul-nourishing wood, it would at least be a layer of protection. Therefore, Lin Ray was very happy when he saw that no one was bidding for it. However, reality was often not something that could be obtained through boredom. When Lin Ray saw that no one was bidding, a voice that made Lin Ray even more annoyed appeared. 1,100,000 spirit stones. Often, it was so sudden that people were not prepared for it. At this time, Lin Ray had no good impression of this person. 1,500,000 spirit stones. Lin Ray would not give up on the soul-nourishing wood because of Hong Lian. And why is it him again? Why is it always him? At this time, the person sitting in front of 213 suddenly became angry. His face was very ferocious and his mouth issued a cold voice that made people shiver. 2 million, Humph. I don't believe that I won't go for you. At this time, the youth's arrogance was provoked by Lin Ray. No matter what he said, it was useless. At the same time, he also threw his previous speculation to the back of his mind. At this time, he only thought that he couldn't let Lin Ray have his way. Oh, competing with me in terms of wealth is simply a fool's dream. I don't know how many spirit stones there are in Huang Dao Enlightened Master's storage ring. Even your father's entire sect may not have as many spirit stones as me. 2,500,000. Whoosh. The entire myriad treasure house was in an uproar after Lin Ray shouted this number. Some even wanted to watch a show. Everyone wanted to see who would win this auction. He didn't think that Lin Ray would have so many spirit stones. When he saw that Lin Ray had already spent a few million spirit stones, he thought that he didn't have any more, but now the situation was out of control. 3 million. In the end, the person in front still shouted this number. However, before this, his followers had been persuading him for a long time, but it was useless. In the end, they still couldn't persuade him. You really don't know what's good for you. Just you wait. 5 million. You! When the young man heard Linley's words, he couldn't catch his breath for a moment and almost choked to death. When the attendant beside him saw this, he hurriedly went over and transferred spiritual energy to the young man's back, afraid that something would happen to him. Sigh, who is in room 203? How can he have so many spirit stones? And from the looks of it, it seems like he wants to buy something. Who says so? I don't know where he came from, but he actually has so much wealth. This isn't something that an ordinary sect can afford. Maybe he's a disciple of an ancient sect. Sigh, why do you care so much? This has nothing to do with us. We just have to watch. At this moment, everyone in the House of 10,000 Treasures was discussing Linley and the young man, as if they had already become the auction items. Okay, 5 million going once, 5 million going twice, 5 million going thrice. Then, congratulations to the guest in room 203. This soul cultivation wood is now yours. When Lin Ray saw this scene, he smiled and didn't say anything. At this time, he was very happy because with this item, Hong Lian's life would have another layer of protection. This was something worth being happy about. While Lin Ray was happy, the youth in room 213 had already begun to plan how to kill Lin Ray. Uncle Wen, quickly return to the sect and transfer some disciples over. I want to let the person who wants to steal from me know that there are some people that he can't afford to offend. When the old man saw this scene, he didn't stop because he knew that it was useless. So, the old man didn't say anything and directly left the myriad treasure house and flew back to the sect on his flying sword. At this time, Lin Ray was still excited and hadn't woken up. Master, Wan Yu had never seen Lin Ray smile before. At this time, when she saw Lin Ray's expression, she was stunned. She couldn't imagine what could make her master so happy. Master, what's wrong? Wan Yu constantly called out from the side. She was afraid that something would happen to Lin Ray. She looked at Lin Ray with a worried expression. Yes, what's wrong? Lin Ray was awakened from his excitement by Lin Ray. The originally smiling face of Lin Ray instantly returned to its usual cold and emotionless state. It was as if nothing had anything to do with him. Master, you just smiled. Lin Wanyu stood in front of Linley with her head lowered. Her voice was weak. If one listened carefully, they would be able to tell that she was very afraid. As for why, it was obvious. Linley, who had been smiling, had been awakened by Lin Wanyu. The smile on his face had turned cold. That was why Lin Wanyu was afraid. Oh, is that so? Lin Ray frowned and didn't say anything because he knew that he was smiling. Yes, master. Since you took me in, this is the first time I've seen you smile, and you're smiling so happily. Hearing his disciple's words, Lin Ray was stunned. But when he thought about it carefully, it was true. Ever since he took Wan Yu in as his disciple, he hadn't smiled much. Well, let's see what's going to be auctioned next. While we're at it, let's see what tricks that brat is playing. Speaking up to here, Lin Ray's eyes flashed with a murderous aura. You saw this scene and suddenly felt as if she had just seen another side of her master. Good, then the next item is a last-minute show. This thing can increase your cultivation and also remove the impurities in your body. Most importantly, it can be used to refine pills. Ah, a last-minute addition is so awesome. What is it? A person under the stage couldn't help but ask Wan Ling. At the same time, he asked the question that everyone in the House of 10,000 Treasures wanted to ask. Since you all want to know, then I'll tell you. Today, we suddenly received a request from a customer to auction a cinnabar fruit. Moreover, this cinnabar fruit is already 1,000 years old. I think everyone should know what 1,000 years old cinnabar fruit is. Wow! Hearing Wan Ling Er's words, everyone in the House of 10,000 Treasures couldn't sit still. When they heard about the cinnabar fruit, some people had already gone home to raise money. Some people had already fainted from happiness. The youth in room 213 was also in the same mood. It's actually so popular. I really didn't expect it. At this time, Lin Ray already knew how precious the cinnabar fruit was. Naturally, he wouldn't casually take out the rest of the cinnabar fruit. Next, we'll start the last round of the auction. The name of the auction is the cinnabar fruit. The starting bid is 2 million mid-grade spirit stones. Each bid is 500,000. Now, please freely bid. The highest bidder wins. Once this sentence came out, those who hadn't bid before all came out one by one. 2,500,000. This voice came from the third floor, and it shocked everyone present. This was because from the beginning until now, no one from the third floor had ever made a bid. At this time, Wan Ling also looked at the third floor. Her eyes no longer had the cunning look that she used to look at the buyers. Other than respect and admiration, she couldn't see anything else. What's going on? Why is the auctioneer so respectful when the voice from the third floor came out? Could it be that there's some big shot on the third floor? Seeing this scene, Lin Ray started to speculate in his heart. He really couldn't figure out what the person sitting on the third floor was thinking. The VIP on the third floor has already bid 2,500,000. Is there anyone who wants to bid higher than 2,500,000? If there isn't, then this cinnabar fruit belongs to the VIP on the third floor. Okay, since no one is bidding, then this cinnabar fruit is 3 million. A voice broke the silence from before. The fact that was about to be decided was broken just like that. The person who had bid on the third floor was instantly unhappy. Originally, he could have bought it for 2,500,000. Now, he had increased it by 500,000. The person on the third floor was a very handsome young man. At this time, the young man's eyes were fixed on the room 213 who had just bid. The corner of his mouth twitched and he let out a cold laugh. Linley, on the other hand, was just waiting to watch the show. He wanted to see just how powerful his items would be. 3,500,000. The man sitting on the third floor shouted. This time, the man's tone was heavy and a little provocative. It was as if he was saying, "Follow me if you have the ability." 4 million. Needless to say, the person in front of room 213 really dared to follow. The moment the man on the third floor called out, the person in front of room 213 directly followed. It seemed that these two people were going to go all out. And this scene was exactly what Lin Ray wanted to see. Lin Ray really hoped that they could continue like this. After all, the one who would benefit in the end would be him. 4,500,000. Just as the two people were competing, Lin Ray directly shouted out a number. Everything was broken. At this time, the young man on the third floor also noticed Lin Ray's room at this time. His eyes were filled with an indiscernible look. The person in front of room 213 didn't have such thoughts. At this time, He hated Lin Ray to the extreme. He couldn't wait to kill Lin Ray immediately. At this time, Lin Ray was sitting there calmly with his legs crossed. He held a bowl of fragrant tea in his hand and slowly tasted it. It seemed like he was enjoying it very much. Chapter 42. Haha, things are getting more interesting now. When the young man on the third floor heard Linley's bid, his interest was immediately piqued, and a mysterious smile appeared on his face. But often, people like him were the most frightening. 4,500,000, is there anyone who wants to bid higher? The auctioneer, Wan Ling also had a puzzled expression because she knew that Lin Ray was the one who put this item up for auction, but what was the situation now? Don't think that you are the only one with money. I don't believe that I can't beat you, outsider. Thus, the man in room 213 stood up and shouted towards the window, 5 million, I don't believe that the current you still wants to bid higher. The youth's voice directly entered Lin Ray's ears. This action was, without a doubt, a provocation towards Lin Ray. Ah, how interesting. Then I will also bid higher. 6 million. Wow. The youth on the third floor made everyone in the house of 10,000 treasures completely dumbfounded. They didn't know if they were auctioning the cinnabar fruit or if they were just venting their anger. Okay, then I will bid higher until the end. 7 million. Boom. Everyone's brain began to short-circuit. Moreover, there were people who directly fainted from the shock of this number. Hearing Linley's words, the young man in room 213 immediately stood up from his chair. He stared at Linley and the third floor with a murderous look on his face, his eyes filled with murderous intent. If you don't have money, then just say it. We didn't force you to bid higher. Isn't it just an auction? Is there a need to be so angry? When Lin Ray heard the youth's words, he knew that the youth was very angry. If he was given a knife, then he would really kill him. Yes, this brother is right. Isn't it just an auction? If you don't have money, then don't have money. There is no need to be so anxious. Although he said this, these words completely distorted the original meaning in the youth's ears. They all turned into mockery, but this was the truth. His only goal was to make the youth continue to bid higher. 8 million. When this price was shouted out, everyone was shocked. Normally, this price would be the entire income of an ordinary sect for 3 years. Who would have thought that this young man would bid so much for a vermilion fruit? In fact, the moment the young man shouted, he immediately regretted it. However, it was already a foregone conclusion, and there was no way to change it. Wah, I really didn't expect you to be so courageous. Fine, I admit defeat. When the young man reported the price, Lin Ray laughed. He laughed very happily because this was exactly what he wanted to see. He used the previous words to provoke the young man, but what he didn't expect was that the person on the third floor would follow Lin Ray. This was something that Lin Ray didn't expect. For a moment, Lin Ray became interested in the person on the third floor. His eyes couldn't help but glance at the third floor. Sigh, since this brother really wants it, then I won't take it from you. I'll withdraw. Boom. The young man in room 213 was completely blank. His face was ashen as he sat there, trembling non-stop. How could this be? How could this be? You guys should have continued to bid, why did you stop? At this time, the person in front was crying and feeling very wronged because this wasn't what he wanted. Okay, 8 million. This young noble said 8 million, is there a higher bid? The bidding stopped for 2 minutes. During these 2 minutes, everyone was making their own calculations. However, in these 2 minutes there was no higher price than 8 million. 8 million going once, 8 million going twice, 8 million going thrice. Bang! The hammer in Wan Ling-er's hand fell on the table. All right, I hereby announce that this vermilion fruit belongs to the esteemed guest on the second floor, number 213. Furthermore, this auction has come to an end. As the auctioneer, I hereby represent the House of Thousand Treasures to welcome all of you again." With that, Wan Ling made a 90-degree salute. For a moment, everyone's gaze fell on Wan Ling-er's chest. Ha! Wan Ling-er laughed like an oriole. Everyone was stunned for a moment, but it was only temporary. After a minute, everyone woke up. When they saw that there was no one on the stage, they scattered. Knock, knock, knock. At this moment, someone knocked on the door. Linley nodded at Dian Wei and let in the person who knocked on the door. "Ha ha ha, congratulations, young master. You've won this time. Not only did you get what you wanted, you even sold your stuff at a high price. Congratulations. Oh, it's you." Seeing that this person was the guide when he first entered the Myriad Treasure House, Lin Ray knew that he must be here to deliver the money. Ha ha. Lin Ray chuckled but didn't say anything. "Okay, since young noble doesn't want to see me, let's get to the point. I'm here to deliver the money." As she spoke, the woman removed the storage ring from her finger and handed it over to Linley as she explained, "Don't worry about it. Young master has auctioned a total of 8 million mid-grade spirit stones at our House of 10,000 Treasures. According to our previous agreement, our House of 10,000 Treasures will not take a single cent from young master's auction items. Furthermore, the other vermilion fruit will be bought at twice the price of the first vermilion fruit." At this point, the woman paused for a moment, wanting to see Linley's expression. But she was very disappointed. From the very beginning, Linley's expression had been as cold as ever, without any other emotions. "There's a total of 24 million mid-grade spiritual stones in the ring on your hand. As for this storage ring, take it as an extra gift from me." Then, the woman winked at Lin Ray playfully, but Lin Ray didn't look at her at all. Instead, he was fiddling with the ring. Haha, young noble is really special. Okay, miss, since I've achieved my goal, I'll take my leave." As he spoke, Linley began to laugh. He bowed towards the woman, then walked out. The woman was completely stupefied. She hadn't expected Linley to be so straightforward. "Young noble, you're leaving just like that?" Hearing the woman's words, Lin Ray didn't know what to say for a moment. "Ah, that's not what I meant. I just wanted to say that young noble might encounter some trouble. If young noble needs it, I can help young noble leave without anyone knowing." Seeing the woman's unwavering gaze, Lin Ray's eyes flashed with a hint of a smile, but he quickly hid it. "Thank you for your kindness, miss, but there's no need for that. Cultivators are supposed to go against the heavens. If I blindly hide in the face of difficulties, then I'll encounter obstacles in my future cultivation. This is not what I want." After speaking, Lin Ray directly turned around and walked towards the door, leaving behind the woman with a shocked expression. "Go against the heavens, blindly hide," the woman muttered Lin Ray's words. In an instant, some changes happened to the woman's body, as if her temperament had changed. "Haha, you've really enlightened me. I didn't expect that a casual sentence from you would allow me to break through to the fasting stage. Moreover, as long as I have enough spiritual energy, I can immediately enter the fasting stage." At this moment, the woman's burning gaze, coupled with the transformation of her temperament, made her even more attractive. However, the people who passed by her couldn't help but take a second look at her. While the woman was excited, Lin Ray had already arrived at the entrance of the 10,000 Treasures house. Lin Ray, who had 1 foot out of the door, suddenly heard a call from behind. Thus, Lin Ray put down his foot and turned his head towards the direction of the voice. "Phew, brother, wait up!" He saw a young man running towards Lin Ray. As he ran, he waved and shouted at Lin Ray. "Brother, wait for me, I'm so tired." Soon, the man ran to Lin Ray's side and held onto Lin Ray's shoulder, panting heavily. He looked very cute, especially with his slightly chubby body. You are." Seeing this scene, Lin Ray's mouth couldn't help but twitch. His eyes were filled with confusion, not knowing what was going on. "Oh, let me introduce myself." The young man extended his hand towards Lin Ray and said, Hello, I'm Lei Dong, a future disciple of the Danzong sect. Nice to meet you. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei really didn't know what to say. However, when he heard the young man mention the Danzong sect, Lin Rei seemed to have found a reason to shake his hand. Hello, I'm Lin Rei. This is my disciple. You can call her Little Yu or Wan Yu. This is... As he spoke, Lin Rei introduced Lei Dong one by one. When he introduced Wan Yu, Lei Dong's expression clearly changed. His eyes widened and were filled with disbelief. Brother Lin, you're not joking, right? How old are you now? You already have your own disciple? You're not lying, right? Hearing this, just as Lin Rei was about to defend himself, Wan Yu squeezed out from behind Lin Rei and looked at Lei Dong with disdain. What does it have to do with you whether my master has a disciple or not? Moreover, why my master can't accept a disciple is none of your business. Such a simple sentence caused Lei Dong to be speechless. He only had an awkward expression on his face. That's not what I meant. I just feel that. Sigh, forget it, let's not talk about it. Wan Yu coldly snorted at Lei Dong and walked behind Lin Rei. As for Lin Rei, he was also very embarrassed. I'm sorry. Wan Yu is like this. She's still too young and inexperienced. If she offended you, please forgive her. Hearing Lin Rei's words, Lei Dong was even more embarrassed. It was his fault in the first place. Now, Lin Rei was apologizing first. Chapter 43. It's fine, it's fine. I'm the one who disturbed you guys first. I'm sorry. Alright then. I still don't know why Mr. Lei has called me over. Thinking of this, Lin Rei hurriedly changed the topic, afraid that he would continue apologizing like this. Oh, it's like this. I bid from the 3rd floor. The reason why I stopped Brother Lin is because I admire Brother Lin's character and want to be friends with you. Lin Rei knew what the man was trying to say. So, he had seen him raise the price and scam the other party. That was why he was acting like this. Brother Lei is truly an interesting person. You don't even know me and you want to be friends with me? I can't help it. I'm such a person by nature. Since I found someone nice, I couldn't help but come up to befriend him. Alright then. I've got something to do. I'll take my leave first. With that, Lin Rei walked out. Looking at Lin Rei leaving, Lei Dong chased after him relentlessly. You want to leave just like that? You tricked me so badly just now. How can I let you leave without 2 arms? A discordant voice came from the front. Furthermore, this voice was very familiar. Wasn't this the person who had spent $8 million on the scarlet fruit? Lin Rei looked in the direction of the voice. He saw a group of people following behind the young man. By the looks of it, they seemed to be here to stop him. The young one was bullied. Now the old one is here? Lin Rei looked at the young man and chuckled with disdain. If it were someone familiar with Lin Rei, they would know that he was about to kill someone the moment they saw his expression. Holy **T. What's going on? Brother Lin, did you offend someone? To think that they would come to stop you. Why are you still following me? Hurry up and leave. This place is going to be dangerous. I don't want to implicate you. When Lin Rei saw the person who had arrived, he was speechless for a moment. Didn't he see the current situation? This idiot was still stubbornly trying to get close. Brother Lin, since you said so, then I can't leave. At this time, Brother Lin is still concerned about my safety. This proves that you have acknowledged me as your brother. Since that's the case, let's fight together in the next battle. There's another one who isn't afraid of death. Since that's the case, then all of you can go die. After the young man said this, he turned his head and gestured to the people behind him. The people behind him all rushed towards Lin Rei. A bunch of reckless fools. Having said that, Lin Rei's martial Emperor Divine spear appeared in his hand. A cold light flashed at the tip of the spear. Lei Dong, who was beside Lin Rei, felt the strange phenomenon and was surprised. Wow, brother, this spear of yours seems to be very awesome. I have never seen such a spiritual weapon before. As Lei Dong spoke, one of his hands could not help but reach towards the martial Emperor Divine spear in Lin Rei's hand. However, would Lin Rei let him do as he wished? Humph! A cold snort. To an outsider, it was just an ordinary snort. However, when this snort entered Lei Dong's ears, it was like a thunder from the 9 heavens. His entire body shivered, and he immediately came back to his senses. I'm sorry. I just wanted to take a look at your weapon. Looking at Lei Dong's embarrassed expression, Lin Rei seemed to be stingy. Hee little brat, you still dare to laugh here. See if I don't twist your head off. Just as Lin Rei and Lei Dong were talking, someone took the lead and came to Lin Rei's side. A fist was aimed at Lin Rei's head. The fist carried a sharp killing intent with it. It had an unstoppable momentum. Humph, I'm talking to Brother Lin here. Why are you interrupting? Do you have the right to speak here? Seeing the arrival of the man, Lei Dong's face instantly darkened. The tone of his voice was completely different from Lin Rei's. One was gentle and shameless while the other was cold and murderous. Having said that, Lei Dong walked up and threw a punch at the incoming man's fist. This happened in an instant. Bang! When the man came in contact with Lei Dong's fist, the smile on his face changed completely. The man's face became distorted, and he let out a roar like a pig being slaughtered. His entire body flew backwards in a parabola shape. Humph, if anyone dares to interrupt my conversation with Brother Lin, this will be your end. Having said that, Lei Dong pointed at the man who was lying on the ground and howling in pain. For a moment, other than Lin Rei's group, everyone shivered. He looked at Lei Dong with a gaze that changed from disregard to fear. Brother Lin, now we can talk peacefully. But when he turned his head, he returned to that gentle and shameless smile. This made you look down on him even more. I didn't expect Brother Lei to be so daring with your cultivation. Sorry for the disrespect. Lin Rei's tone changed. It wasn't because of his cultivation, but because of his personality. It's nothing. I was only forced by my father. Otherwise, I wouldn't have cultivated. Hearing this, Lin Rei was completely speechless. He thought to himself, damn it, your father is doing this for your own good. You really don't know what's good for you. Moreover, you have a family and you have a lot of pills to provide. If I had a family like yours, I would cultivate with all my might. You wastrel. Of course, this was only the disdain Lin Rei had for Lei Dong in his heart. On the surface, he was still as cold as before. It seems like your father values you. Otherwise, he wouldn't have forced you to cultivate. Yeah. Having said that, Lei Dong's gaze was evasive, as if he was trying to avoid something. Lin Rei didn't want to know about this, so he didn't ask anymore. On the other side, the group of people who were scared off by Lei Dong all returned to the young man's side. They lowered their heads and looked at each other without saying anything. The young man was so angry that he almost fainted. Who asked you to come here? You were scared off by a few words. You are disciples of the Sun Sect after all. Everyone lowered their heads when they heard the young man's words. Seeing this, the young man was furious. He had asked them to come here to help, but now they had embarrassed themselves. Uncle One, what should I do? I can't let them go like this. They framed me like that. I must make them pay the price. Having said that, the hatred in the young man's eyes deepened. Lin Rei didn't like the look in his eyes at all. Humph, in that case, there's no need for you to leave. I wanted to end it like this, but since you hate me so much, I won't let another person who can threaten me in this world. Having said that, even Lin Rei, Dian Wei, and Bai Qi rushed out together. They arrived in front of the young man in the blink of an eye. Lin Rei thrust his spear at the young man instantly. Bai Qi and Dian Wei were even crazier, but the people brought by the young man were already terrified. Ignorant child, how dare you? Just as Lin Rei's spear was about to reach the young man's face, Uncle One, who was behind him, immediately placed his hand on the young man's body and used his long sword to block in front of him. Clang! The sound of weapons colliding was heard from Lin Rei's spear. The long sword in the young man's hand obviously trembled. How can this be? His eyes were filled with shock, because after he had clashed with Linley's long spear, he had seen that his long sword had been chipped, and the chipped area was exactly where Linley's long spear had clashed with it. How could he not be shocked? His long sword was a low-grade treasured weapon, but it had been reduced to such a state by a single strike. Humph, you think you can stop me with such little strength? You must be dreaming. Seeing that the old man was in a daze, Lin Rei rushed up again. This time, he used his martial skill. Lin Rei jumped high and thrust his spear at the old man again. This time, it was obviously more powerful than the last time. Lin Rei's spear seemed to cut through space and air. With a whoosh, it arrived in front of the old man. Clang, puff! The sound of weapons colliding, mixed with the sound of flesh being pierced, came from the old man's direction. The young man at the back was completely regretful when he saw this situation. He couldn't believe that Uncle One, who had always been by his side, would be defeated so easily by someone who was about the same level as him. Moreover, it wasn't just Uncle One. Even Lei Dong, who was behind him, was the same. He didn't expect Lin Rei to be so powerful. Damn, Brother Lin, you're too awesome. That's an enlightening stage cultivator we're talking about. How did you defeat him so easily? Hearing Lei Dong's voice, Lin Rei, who was standing there, had the urge to beat him up. With a slash, Lin Rei pulled the spear out of the old man's body. Without even looking at him, he walked directly towards the young man. Not only was the old man injured, but the disciples he brought had also been killed by Lin Rei's subordinates. Dian Wei and Bai Qi went to Lin Rei and reported to Lin Rei. Well, you two go and watch that old man. He has been stabbed by me and can't attack anymore. But just in case, watch him in case he causes more trouble. Yes. After saying that, Dian Wei and the old man came to the young man's side, and Linley came to the young man. With a plop, the young man accidentally fell to the ground while retreating. His face was very pale, and he was trembling all over. He kept murmuring, "Please, I beg you to let me go, I won't dare to do it again, sob sob sob." As he spoke, the young man burst into tears. He cried so painfully that people who didn't know the situation would think that Lin Rei had bullied him. Chapter 44. Now you know fear? Then what did you do before? Could it be that before you did this, you didn't think that there would be such consequences? Lin Rei looked at the young man on the ground and walked towards him step by step. He sneered and scolded him like an adult scolding a child. Yes. You are right. It is my fault. I did not know the immensity of heaven and earth. It is I who have wronged you. Don't blame me for my wrongdoings. Just treat me as a fart and let me go. The young man was kowtowing towards Lin Rei. Moreover, tears were flowing out of his eyes as if they were free. It was as if his father had died. It was uncontrollable. He, if I was your father, I would have strangled you to death when you were born. That way, you wouldn't have lost his face. Seeing the young man's actions, Lin Rei was not moved. If it wasn't for his strength, then the person who would be killed today would be him. No matter what you say, since you brought people and said that you wanted to kill me, then I will not let you. I don't care who your father is. I only know that no matter who it is, if you threaten me or my loved ones and family, then you should be prepared to die. Poof! Lin Rei's spear directly pierced through the young man's body. There was not the slightest bit of emotion in his eyes. His face was also widened and his eyes were filled with disbelief. You, how could you kill me? After saying that, the young man's body fell to the side. There was not the slightest trace of life in his body. His eyes were wide open. Even in death, he did not think that Lin Rei would really dare to kill him. At that moment, Uncle One, who was grieved by Lin Rei, saw that the young man in front of him had died. He immediately started crying and roared towards Lin Rei. Why did you kill my young master? Since my young master has already admitted his wrongs, why are you not willing to let him go? You demon! The old man roared at Lin Rei like a madman. However, in Lin Rei's eyes this was nothing. There was no fluctuation in his eyes. With the exception of indifference, there was only indifference. Do you think I'll let her go just because she admitted her mistake? If I didn't have such strength and you came to kill me today, would you have let me go if I begged for mercy? At this point, Lin Rei looked at the old man kneeling on the ground. For a moment, the old man didn't know what to say. This was because what Lin Rei said was right. If Lin Rei didn't have such strength, then the one to die today would be Lin Rei. Moreover, according to his young master's temperament, he would definitely kill Lin Rei. Look, you know that if I lost today, then it would be me. So why are you still making a pointless struggle now? As the saying goes, the winner is the king and the loser is the bandit. So, you should obediently accompany your young master. After saying that, Lin Rei's long spear directly pierced through the old man's body. From beginning to end, Lin Rei's eyes didn't even blink. This scene made the people who had been watching for a long time tremble. They were very surprised. Everyone was thinking, what kind of experience could make a 14 or 15-year-old child become such a cold-blooded person? Ding dong, congratulations to the host for killing a cultivator above your level. You have gained 100,000 experience points, 5,000 spirit stones, 1 barrier-breaking pill, and 10 mind control pills. Mind control pill is a kind of pill that can control people's heart. It belongs to the Emperor level pill. The person who can control it is set according to the host's cultivation. Now, the host can at most control a cultivator who is 1 level higher than you. However, if the cultivator's cultivation is higher than the specified range, it will be ineffective unless the cultivator is willing. Seeing this, Linley's heart began to grow excited. Little's words meant that he now had 10 experts as his trusted aides. In the blink of an eye, Lin Rei went to his information interface. Looking at the information above, Lin Rei didn't feel proud. He just felt that there were still some shortcomings that needed to be corrected. There were still many things waiting for him to find and complete. Name: Lin Rei. Age: 14. Cultivation: Foundation Establishment. Peak Experience: 3640004000000. Spiritual Roots: Thunder, Fire, Wood. 3 Chaos Spiritual Roots. Talent: Top-notch cultivation method. Chaos Scripture: Incomplete. Devouring Heavenly Technique: Growable. Hongmeng Alchemy: Entry Level. Martial Skills: Butterfly Steps. Entry Level. Stellar Finger: Proficient. Silent Thunder Spear Art: High Level. Profound Martial Skill, now practiced to the entry level, can generate 3 thunderbolts. Spiritual Treasure: Martial Emperor Godly Spear. High-level Spiritual Chi. Growable. Equipment: Cloud Stepping Boots. High-level Spiritual Chi. Purple Cloud Robe. High-level Spiritual Chi. Purple Cloud Inner Armor. High-level Spiritual Chi. Mount: Red Flaming Tiger. Level 1 Chi Refining Stage. Lucky Draw Wheel: 1 chance. General Lottery System: 1 chance to draw reputation points. 600 exchange points. 3,000 spirit stones. 24,000 mission. Main mission: Establish a sect in the next 5 years. If you can't complete the mission or exceed the time limit, the system will directly erase you. Side mission: Recruit 5 best disciples in the next 5 years. Every disciple must have top-notch aptitude. In the next 5 years, you must let your disciples make a name for themselves in the entire mysterious heavenly mainland. If you can't complete the mission in the next 5 years, the system will directly erase you, just like the previous mission. Side mission: Go to the Fengyan Sect and kill 3rd Elder Wang Shen in the next 1 year. If you can't complete the mission or exceed the time limit, the system will directly erase you. Pills. 30 body strengthening pills, 200 energy gathering pills, 50 foundation establishment pills, 1 marrow cleansing pill, 10 mind control pills. Lin Rei, who came back to his senses, ignored the dead old man. Instead, he pulled out his spear and slowly walked to Lei Dong's side. Brother Lei, thank you so much for what you did today. No matter why you went out, you've helped me today. I'll remember it in my heart. However, Lei Dong's voice was easygoing at the beginning, but it changed when he said this. However, in the future, our paths will be different. So, let's part ways here. I don't want to implicate you, and I don't want you to become my weakness. After saying this, Lin Rei didn't wait for Lei Dong to say anything. Instead, he led Wan Yu and the others to the inn where he was staying. Along the way, everyone avoided Lin Rei and the others when they saw them. None of them dared to approach Lin Rei. Seeing this, Lin Rei just smiled and didn't say anything. Master, why are they avoiding us? Are they afraid of us? Seeing this, Wan Yu hurriedly followed behind Linli and said to Linli, Don't worry, Linli. Don't worry so much. They're just feeling inferior in their hearts. They taught us to kill people, so they think we're bad people. We're evil disciples of the devil Tao. So they're afraid. Seeing that his disciple had asked him such a naive question, Linli made some adjustments to the situation and told her the truth. Oh, so it's like this. After saying this, Wan Yu smiled. She smiled very happily, just like a heartless child. Okay, I think the inn knows about this. So, when we go back, don't do anything rash. No matter what they say, don't hurt them. When Lin Rei saw that they were about to reach the inn, he warned the people behind him. Yes, young master. Soon, Lin Rei arrived at the inn. There was a waiter standing at the entrance. When the waiter saw Lin Rei, his face was full of fear. This made Lin Rei frown, but he didn't care too much. Master, you're back. Do you want me to get some water for you to take a bath? Or prepare some food for you? Hearing the waiter's words, Lin Rei didn't say anything. Instead, he walked into the inn. Seeing this, the waiter was completely stupefied. He didn't understand what Linli was trying to do. You don't have to be afraid. We won't hurt people. Also, we're leaving tomorrow. So, you don't have to pay attention to us. Senior, I didn't mean that. You don't have to explain. You've already done very well. Okay, go prepare some food for us and send it to our rooms. Also, bring some wine. After speaking, Linli headed towards his own room, while Wan Yu and the others all headed towards their own rooms as well. Everything had its pros and cons. On a mountain in the heavenly Lake County there was a palace. A beast-like roar came from inside. Who is it? But who killed my beloved? Ah, the roar was filled with heartache. The entire area was quiet. Only the roar spread over a radius of 10 li inside the palace. An old man sat on the ground dispiritedly. His eyes were filled with hatred. Tears flowed out of his eyes uncontrollably. The killing intent on his body materialized and rushed towards the surroundings. Who was it that killed my son? This old man was the father of the young man who was killed by Lin Rei's killing intent. Fang Zhong was the 3rd elder of the Sun Sect. His cultivation was unfathomable. On the surface, his cultivation was only at the nascent soul realm. However, no one knew how high his cultivation was. Men! At this time, Fang Zhong stopped crying. His eyes were filled with killing intent as he shouted towards the outside. Elder, what orders do you have? At this moment, a disciple walked in from the outside and bowed respectfully to middle-aged Fang. Go, investigate for me. I must know who killed my son. I must make him die a horrible death. Hearing Fang Zhong's words, the disciple was startled at first. Then, he understood what was going on. Okay, I'll go investigate now. I will definitely bring back the person who killed the young master. Okay, go. After saying that, Fang Zhong did not look at the disciple. Instead, he stood up and walked towards the depths of the palace. After hearing Fang Zhong's words, the disciple also walked outside. At this time, Lin Rei was also meditating in his room. Chapter 45. Lin Rei didn't know that when he killed the young man, his father already knew and sent assassins to find his whereabouts. At this time, Lin Rei, who was cultivating in his room, opened his eyes. His expression was very sad and sad. The loneliness in his eyes and the aura of loneliness on his body made Lin Rei feel suffocated. Sigh, if only Hong Lian was better now, how great would that be? Only she, perhaps only she, would be able to understand my thoughts. Suddenly, Lin Rei thought of Red Lotus, who was injured and unconscious because of him. Tears couldn't help but appear in his eyes. If Lin Rei's current scene was seen by others, they would definitely go crazy. This was because they would never have thought that Lin Rei, who killed without batting an eyelid during the day, would silently cry in his room in the dead of night. Moreover, he looked very sad. Little dragon, do you really think there's no way to make Red Lotus wake up faster? Is it really only by becoming a heaven-rank alchemist? At this time, Lin Rei came out of his sadness. He wiped the tears on his face with his hand and asked the system. However, there was no hope in his eyes. The reason he asked this was only to seek comfort. Sigh, host, I know you're very sad, but I've already said this question the first time. The safest way is to become a nascent soul stage and a heaven-rank alchemist. Even if it's this method, there's a time limit. Red Lotus time limit is only 3 years. Now, more than a month has passed, so you don't have much time left. If you can't complete all the requirements within this time limit, then Red Lotus will die forever. Although he already knew that this would be the result, when Linley heard the system's words again, it was just like the first time. His whole body tensed up. This action had already become a habit of Linley's. As long as he encountered something that he could not solve, his body would tense up, and he would not be able to relax for a moment. Oh, right, I forgot to tell the host that when you save Red Lotus attitude towards you might change a little. When the system said this, it couldn't help but pause. This was something that had never happened before. When Lin Rei heard this, he immediately had a bad premonition. What's going on? What will happen when Red Lotus wakes up? Why is it like this? Don't worry about this. It's not as bad as you think. Perhaps this matter will be even better for you in the profound sky continent. When that time comes, your leveling speed might be twice as fast as it is now. The anxious Lin Rei's heart became even more anxious after hearing the system's words. He stood there in a daze. Hurry up and tell me what will happen when Red Lotus wakes up. Why do you say that Red Lotus will be of help to me in the profound sky continent after she wakes up? It's nothing much. It's just that when she's asleep, she will recall her past memories, including whether she had a Tao companion in the past, her family, and so on. However, when she remembers her past memories, her personality will change a little. However, this isn't too bad. The most important thing is that her cultivation will also skyrocket during this process. She might even surpass you. You have to be mentally prepared. Phew, hearing this, Lin Rei let out a long sigh of relief. His anxious heart also relaxed. However, when he thought about how Red Lotus would regain her memories, Lin Rei couldn't help but feel a little worried. He was afraid that Red Lotus would really have a Tao companion. If she really did, then what should he do? Alright, as long as Red Lotus wakes up, even if her personality changes, even if she wants to leave me, I'll accept it. As long as she has me in her memories, it's fine. Nothing else matters. However, when he said that, Lin Rei's eyes clearly showed a hint of loneliness. The atmosphere around him changed, as if he was about to lose something precious. Thinking of this, Lin Ray got off the bed. With a thought, he moved Red Lotus out of the system space and slowly placed her on the bed. His movements were extremely gentle, without the imposing manner he had during the day. At this moment, Lin Ray looked at Red Lotus, who was lying on the bed. Her face was very pale, and her expression was very painful. Seeing this, Lin Ray felt a sharp pain in his heart. It felt as if someone had directly passed through his flesh and reached his heart. It was as if a hand was fiercely kneading it. The pain was suffocating. Red, 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 red. I really miss you so much. Red Lotus, do you know that I miss you so much? Ever since that day, I've had nightmares every night, and it's always about the scene where you were injured. Because of this, I haven't slept since that day because I'm afraid. I'm afraid to see that scene again. I'm afraid that I won't be able to save you. Every time I think of this, I feel very regretful and hate myself. Why didn't I have the strength to protect you? I hate myself for not being able to protect you and being injured because of me. If only Lu Feng had injured me, how great would that be? At least you wouldn't have to suffer like this. At least you wouldn't have been injured. Saying this, Lin Ray's tears seemed to have broken through his restraints. He was like a resentful woman in a wealthy family, washing her face with tears all day long. Lin Ray looked at Red Lotus, who was lying on the bed. Lin Ray began to tidy up Red Lotus' messy hair and clothes with one hand. His movements were very gentle, completely without the imposing manner he had during the day. Moreover, a rare smile appeared on his face. After finishing, Lin Ray slowly lay down on the bed next to Red Lotus. One of his hands held Red Lotus and let her stick to his body. In this way, for the entire night, Lin Ray kept looking at Red Lotus like this, without closing his eyes. Dong dong dong, the sound of knocking on the door was heard. The originally quiet room was broken. Just like that, it had been broken. Lin Li's smiling face had turned gloomy, and his eyes were as cold as ever. In fact, they were even colder than before. Bang! Lin Ray waved his hand towards the door. The door opened, and his disciple Lin Wanyu was standing outside. Master, I was wrong. After the door was opened, Wanyu looked into the room, only to see Lin Ray staring at her coldly. At this moment, Wanyu knew that she was in big trouble. At this moment, Dian Wei, who was standing next to her, also knew that he was in big trouble after hearing Wanyu's frightened voice. Young master, I'm sorry. I didn't keep an eye on Wanyu. Coming to Wanyu, Dian Wei apologized to Lin Ray and took all the blame on himself. I've told you many times, but don't disturb me unless there's a fight. Why do you always forget? I'll say it again. Don't come to me unless there's a big deal. Take this as a lesson. Got it, young master, Young master, Red Lotus. At this moment, Dian Wei noticed the woman on the bed. He knew that she was Red Lotus, his comrade, and a young lady in the future. Alas, she hasn't woken up yet, but I've found a way. I only have 3 years. I have to break through the Yuan Ying stage and reach the heaven level in the elixir realm. If I can't do it in 3 years, then I won't come back. Speaking of this, Lin Ray was silent for a while. Dian Wei knew that it was useless to ask this question because it was beyond his ability. Well, now that you're all awake, let's pack up and get ready to set off. We have to arrive at the Danzong Sect in 9 days. Okay, we got it. After speaking, Lin Li no longer paid any attention to them. Instead, he began to pack up. It won't take long. Red Lotus may not be in the system. Okay, let's go. After leaving the city, he summoned the Scarlet Flame Tiger. After finding the right direction, he rushed toward the Pill Sect. What Lin Ray didn't know was that a group of people came to the inn right after they left. Hey waiter, have you seen the group of people who killed our young master? At this moment, the leader of the group saw the waiter and turned around to ask. Great master, the people you're talking about have already checked out this morning. I don't know where they went. This is their business. I can't ask about it. Hearing this, the leader was instantly deflated. He didn't expect that things would turn out like this. He was one step too late. Do you know which direction they went? The leader didn't want to give up and asked the waiter. Well, they seem to have left the city. I don't know which direction they went. No one can guess. Well, let's go. Let's go. Even if we can't find them, we have to find them. After saying that, the leader rushed out of the city, followed by a group of people who were wearing the same clothes as him. Lin Rei was rushing to the Danzong Sect. He didn't know that someone was following him. This person was also riding a demonic beast. If Lin Rei saw him, he would definitely recognize him. This was Lei Dong who pestered Lin Rei yesterday, saying that he wanted to see Lin Rei's martial Emperor Divine Spear. Brother Lin, wait for me. Wait for me. Is someone calling me? Lin Rei heard someone calling him. He looked left and right, but there was no one. He thought that he was hallucinating. However, Brother Lin, wait for me. At this moment, a series of shouts rang out from behind them. This time, Lin Li heard them clearly. Lin Rei turned around and saw the person he didn't want to see. Brother Lin, I finally caught up with you. Chapter 46. When that person saw Lin Rei, he laughed shamelessly. This made Lin Rei and the rest want to beat him up. No, Mr. Lei, what are you doing? We don't seem to know each other very well. It's not very appropriate for you to follow us like this. Lin Rei could only say so. After yesterday's meeting, Lin Rei was certain that this Lei Dong was a shameless person. If he didn't point it out, he would still follow them. Oh, I'm here to chase after Brother Lin. Moreover, I see that Brother Lin is going in the same direction as me. So, I would like to travel with Brother Lin. You can say it. Although that was what Lei Dong said, he had no intention of discussing with Lin Rei. Before Lin Rei could say anything, Lei Dong walked forward alone. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei was dumbfounded. Whether it was the 21st century or now, he could swear that he had never seen such a shameless person. Brother Lin, why are you still standing there? Let's go. Otherwise, we won't be able to reach the next place to rest. Hurry up. Hearing Lei Dong's voice, Lin Rei had the urge to beat him up. However, he controlled himself in the end. Sigh, how did I fall into the hands of such a person? At this point, Lin Rei's face revealed a helpless expression. Wan Yu, who was beside him, laughed happily. This was the first time she saw her master suffer. How could she not laugh? All right, stop laughing. Be careful or I'll make you go into seclusion for a year. When Lin Rei saw his disciple laughing at him, Lin Rei's face turned red. Then, he threatened Wan Yu. Oh, I know. I won't do it again. Master, please don't make me go into seclusion for a year. If you do, I'll go crazy. Hearing her master's words, Wan Yu was terrified. She didn't want to go into seclusion in a room for a year. It's good that you know. If you laugh at me again, I'll make a small black room for you to go into seclusion. Do you understand? Got it. Hearing her master's words and seeing her ice-cold face, Wan Yu absolutely believed that it was true. All right, it's time for us to leave. Try to walk faster. I don't want to be angered to death by that brat on the way. At this point, Lin Rei's legs clamped tightly onto the Scarlet Tiger's butt. The Scarlet Tiger nodded, understanding Lin Rei's intention. It increased its speed and rushed towards the Danzong Sect. Very quickly, the Scarlet Tiger overtook Lin Rei. You think you can shake me off with just this little bit of speed? Brother Lei, you're really underestimating me. Flying Lion, hurry up and catch up to that Scarlet Tiger in front. With that, Lei Dong understood his master's intention. At the same time, anger appeared in his eyes, as if his dignity had been challenged. He desperately chased after Lin Rei. Dian Wei and Bai Qi, who were flying on their swords, saw this scene and smiled without saying anything. However, their speed increased along with Lin Rei's. This situation continued for several days. No matter how hard Lin Rei tried, he couldn't escape from Lei Dong's sight. He didn't know what kind of monster Lei Dong was riding, but it was even faster than the Scarlet Tiger, who had the bloodline of the Fire Dragon. In the end, Lin Rei gave up resisting. He thought to himself, it's just a few days. I'll just let it pass without saying anything. However, the result wasn't as good as Lin Rei had imagined. On this day, Lin Rei finally let out a sigh of relief. His ice-cold face also relaxed, and he no longer had that unapproachable expression. All right, young Master Lei, since you're here, I won't disturb you any longer. I'll take my leave. With that, Lin Rei walked into the royal pill city of the so-called Danzong Sect. He didn't want to spend a single second with Lei Dong. In the past few days, Lin Rei had been completely immersed in Lei Dong's words. There wasn't a single day where he didn't talk, even at night. His snoring made it so that Lin Rei couldn't do anything right. His mouth never stopped talking. Hee, this is getting more and more interesting. What kind of person are you? You have such a high combat strength. Most importantly, his spear is the most important. He had been deeply attracted to Lin Rei's spear since the first time he saw it. Also, what kind of family or sect are you from? How could you have such achievements? What kind of manager could make a 14 or 15-year-old child be so cold and heartless? With that, Lei Dong's mouth twitched. At this time, Lin Rei didn't know that someone was thinking about him. He also didn't know that this person was the person he didn't want to see the most in his life. If he knew, he would definitely hide far away. After entering the royal pill city, Lin Li finally understood what it meant to have pills all over the place and spiritual grasses as plentiful as dogs. Just the amount of spiritual grasses that Lin Li saw now was already the most that Lin Li had ever seen in his entire life, let alone looking through them all. The moment Lin Li entered the royal pill city, Lin Li saw that the streets were filled with hawkers. What they were selling were not the jewels and accessories of an ordinary city, nor were they selling food, nor were they selling silks and satins. Instead, they were selling pills and spiritual grasses. Moreover, the moment Lin Rei stepped into the royal pill city, Lin Rei clearly felt that the spiritual qi inside the royal pill city was completely incomparable to the outside world. If it was said that one only needed 2 days to break through in the royal pill city, then one would have to wait 10 days to break through in the outside world. This was the difference. This was what made Lin Rei the most puzzled. There was such a good place, but why didn't anyone cultivate here? Wow, Master, the spiritual qi here is so rich. If I cultivate here, I think I can quickly break through to the foundation establishment realm. At this moment, Wan Yu, who was standing by the side, explained the situation to Lin Li. However, when she said this, the surrounding people who were selling pills and spirit grasses all stopped what they were doing and looked towards Lin Li's direction. This scene made Lin Rei and the others feel awkward. They didn't know what was going on, but they suddenly became the target of public criticism. "Ai, little girl, you can't say such things in the future. If you say it again, it might bring a fatal disaster. At that time, even if an out-of-body cultivator comes, they won't be able to save you." At this moment, an amiable-looking, white-haired, slow-moving old man appeared in front of Lin Li, giving Wan Yu a warning. "Oh, how do I explain this? Why would there be such a thing? Besides, how could the spiritual qi in such a place disappear like this?" Hearing the old man's words, Lin Rei's interest was piqued. He never thought that the city would have such a strange rule. This aroused Lin Rei's interest. "Hee, little boy, it seems like this is your first time in the Western region." This is my first time in the Western region. May I ask how Senior knows?" Hearing the old man expose Lin Rei's identity, Lin Rei was instantly stunned. I'm not a senior. I've only lived in the royal pill city for a long time. As for how I know, It's because everyone in the western region, from the imperial city to the villages, knows about this rule of the royal pill city. Since you don't know, then you're naturally not from the western region. Hearing the old man's explanation, Lin Ray understood. So it was like this. Then you can still be considered a senior. Whether you're a cultivator or not, even if you're not, you're still the person who saved my disciple. At this point, Lin Ray respectfully bowed to the old man. Young people nowadays rarely see such a polite person like you. It's really not easy. Seeing Lin Ray's actions, the old man's eyes revealed a gratified expression. All right, I won't disturb you anymore. I still have something to do, so I'll take my leave first. The old man waved at Linley, then turned and walked into the depths of the city. Linley watched the old man's departing figure, then chuckled but didn't say anything. After all, this was just a small interlude. All right, let's go. Since we're in Royal Pill City, let's take a look at the local customs first. After all, we'll be living here in the future. With that, Linley led Wanyu, Dianwei, and the others into the city. Little did they know that someone was following them, and that person had seen everything that had just happened. I've said it before. Since I've decided on someone, he won't be able to escape from me. If Lin Ray saw this person, he would definitely find a piece of tofu and kill himself. This person was Lei Dong, whom Lin Ray didn't want to see the most. Chapter 47. N. Hearing his subordinate's report, Lin Ray quickly released his divine sense and looked around. In front of a stall not far from him, Lei Dong was looking in Lin Ray's direction. Seeing this scene, a helpless expression appeared on Lin Ray's face. F***ck, why is this kid following us? Seeing Lei Dong, Lin Ray couldn't help but curse. This made the people around him look at him strangely. What's wrong, master? Wanyu saw her master curse, which was rare, but she didn't react. No, let's go quickly. We can't let that kid catch up. Otherwise, I'll be finished in 2 days. After saying that, Lin Ray brought Wanyu and the others and quickly walked forward. However, this action was seen by Lei Dong. Looks like he found me. Lei Dong's lips curled up. He quickly increased his speed and chased in the direction Lin Ray disappeared. Hurry up. There's an inn in front. Go in and don't come out of your room. Wait until the Sect selection tomorrow, then we'll go out, got it? When Lin Ray saw the inn in front, a relaxed smile appeared on his face. It was as if as long as he entered this inn, everything would be solved. Oh. Wanyu, Lin Tian, and the others all had strange expressions on their faces. They had never seen Lin Ray make such an expression. Even when facing cultivators with higher cultivation than them, he had never made such an expression. What was going on today? Hurry up. After saying that, Linley stepped into the inn first. Then, without saying anything else, he directly handed the spirit stones to the innkeeper, took the key to the door, and was led into the room by the waiter. The innkeeper didn't care when he saw this scene. As long as money was paid, even the most heinous criminals could stay in the inn. Back in his room, Linley let out a long sigh of relief. Finally, he was able to relax. Brother Lin, why are you in such a hurry to leave? Could it be that you saw me and are avoiding me? After Lin Ray closed the door, he finally felt that he had gotten rid of that blabbermouth Lei Dong. Suddenly, a voice came from the room behind him and entered Lin Ray's ears. How did you get in? When Lin Ray heard this voice, he knew that it was the voice he didn't want to hear the most. Don't forget that we're all cultivators. I only need to use my divine sense to know where you are. Furthermore, even if we don't use the door, there's still the window. As he spoke, Lei Dong pointed at the window. Linley's "What can you do to me?" face appeared in front of him. Just what do you want? I've already said it. Since you've already arrived at the Royal Pill City, you should go and settle your matters while I do mine. We're not from the same world. Therefore, it's best to advise Mr. Lei to leave as soon as possible. Lin Rei no longer had his usual coldness. He only had a pleading expression on his face. It looked extremely comical. Sigh, how can you say that? Look, I'm going to the Danzong sect to become a disciple. Aren't you going to the Danzong sect as well? Then we'll be in the same sect again. So it's better for us to keep in touch. No matter what Linley said, in the end, Thunderclap was able to smooth things over. Linley didn't know what to do. All right, Brother Lin. Since the heavens allowed us to meet, it means that we're fated. Since we're fated, why are you still hesitating? Anyway, I've already acknowledged you as my brother. As for whether you acknowledge me or not, it's not important anymore. Hearing Lei Dong's confident words, Lin Rei really wanted to cry. What the hell was this? Why did he even talk about something like fate? I'm convinced. I'm convinced, okay? Lin Rei really couldn't argue with Lei Dong. So, he shut his mouth and went to the bed to cultivate. Lei Dong also did the same as Lin Rei. He sat beside Lin Rei and started cultivating. However, when he was cultivating, Lei Dong clearly felt that Lin Rei was absorbing more spiritual energy than him. This was what shocked Lei Dong, but he didn't say it out loud. Because they were both cultivating. If they were to be interrupted, it would cause an irreparable mistake. Time passed very quickly, and in the blink of an eye, the night had passed. Linley awoke from his training. Did he leave? Lin Rei smiled. He originally thought that Lei Dong had left, but a voice came from outside. Lin Rei, hurry up and eat breakfast. Otherwise, you won't be able to make it in time for the Danzong sect's selection. Hearing this voice, Lin Rei, who was originally in a good mood, was instantly in a bad mood. Okay, got it. After responding to Lei Dong, he got out of bed, tidied up his clothes, and went to the side to wash up. Then, he went downstairs and went to the dining area. Master, young master. Seeing Lin Rei's arrival, Wan Yu, Dian Wei, and the others all stood up and greeted Lin Rei. Well, sit down and eat. We'll enter the Danzong sect in a while. It won't be so easy in the future. Do you understand? Hearing Lin Rei's reprimand, everyone looked at Lin Rei with firm eyes as if to say, we're ready. Well, let's eat. Little Tian, you go in with Wan Yu first and let them see her aptitude. I believe they will be eager to let Wan Yu stay. What about you, young master? Won't you go in with us? Hearing Lin Rei's words, Lin Tian was stunned at first, and then hurriedly asked Lin Rei. Of course I want to see their selection. I want to see what it's like and give them a shock. I don't want to get into unnecessary trouble as soon as I go in. I have more important things to do in the sect. I can't afford to waste time. Speaking of this, Lin Rei was stunned. There was a trace of sadness in his eyes, but more than that, there was a bloodthirsty and domineering look in his eyes. This scene first stunned Lei Dong, who was next to him. Then, Lei Dong came to his senses and looked at Lin Rei with admiration. Don't just stand there. Hurry up and eat. Lin Rei smiled and began to eat. He ate very quickly, as if he was in a hurry. This made everyone around him eat faster. This meal was eaten very quickly. Maybe it was because of the sect selection, or maybe it was because Lin Rei didn't want to be associated with Lei Dong, but in a few minutes they finished eating. Master, are we going to the sect now? Next to him, Lin Wanyu stood up and asked Linley, who had already finished his breakfast. And that's right. In a while, you and Lin Tian will go to the sect together. After that, let their elders or their sect leader take a look at your aptitude. I believe that they will fight for you. At that time, you will have to cultivate properly. Linley stood up and stroked Lin Wanyu's hair. He was a doting old man. When he spoke, there was a hint of reluctance in his voice. Woo-woo, master. I don't want them to be my master. I want you to be my master. At this time, Lin Wanyu began to cry. This kind of atmosphere also affected Lin Rei. At this time, Lin Rei's eyes were filled with tears, but in the end, Lin Rei didn't let them flow out. Haha, silly disciple, how could I let others be your master? In this world, only I can be your master. Others don't have the qualifications, nor do they have the ability. Lin Rei looked at his disciple's crying appearance and felt very uncomfortable in his heart. Therefore, he made a domineering promise to Lin Wanyu. Rather than a promise, it was better to call it a vow. I knew Master wouldn't abandon me. Ha ha ha, hearing Lin Rei's words, Wanyu laughed. This kind of smile was exactly what Lin Rei wanted to see. He didn't want Wanyu to be sad, nor did he want Wanyu to cry. He just wanted to see Wanyu always have a brilliant smile on her face. This was what Lin Rei wanted to see. Alright, hurry up and leave with Uncle Little Tian. Remember, when you go up the mountain, you have to listen to your Uncle Little Tian. Don't cause trouble carelessly, okay? Before leaving, Lin Rei didn't forget to bless Lin Wanyu. When Lei Dong saw this scene, he was also moved by Lin Rei and Wanyu. Woo-woo, at this time, Lin Rei saw Lei Dong's situation. For a moment, everyone looked at him. You, don't worry about me, I was just moved by you. You guys continue, I'm crying. Hearing those words, everyone was speechless. They had never seen someone act like that before. Let's go. We don't need to worry about him. After saying this, Lin Rei pulled Wanyu's hand and found someone to ask about the direction of the Danzong sect. Only Lei Dong was left behind, still crying. Hey, I say, you heartless people. Don't you know how to wait for me? At the very least, I'm crying for you guys. How can you treat me like this? When Lei Dong came back to his senses and saw that there was no one there, he panicked. He immediately chased after Lin Rei, shouting as he chased after him. It was as if Lin Rei had done something to him. Wah, Master, why are there so many people? They couldn't all be here to participate in the Danzong sect's selection, right? Hee, little Wanyu, you don't understand. They are all disciples of some large families. Moreover, they all came to the Danzong sect to learn alchemy. Moreover, they all hope that their children can become alchemists. Therefore, in the past years, the Danzong sect's selection was always packed with people. Lei Dong saw that Wanyu didn't understand anything and quickly explained. At the same time, his eyes kept scanning the surroundings as if he was on guard against something. Alright, let's not talk about it. Let's hurry up and leave while there are fewer people. Otherwise, when there are more people, we won't be able to squeeze in. Although he said this, from Lei Dong's tone, it seemed that he was very anxious. Lin Rei noticed this and became interested. Just what could make such a weirdo so anxious? Chapter 48. Lin Rei sensed Lei Dong's strangeness, but he did not say it out loud. He did not want to cause trouble for himself. Lei Dong is right. As soon as possible. After speaking, Lin Rei brought them up the mountain. Along the way, Lin Rei saw many people. There were poor people, rich people, beggars in ragged clothes, and young men in embroidered robes. There are quite a lot of people here. Looks like there's going to be some trouble this time. On the way up the mountain, Lin Rei could faintly feel a few people whose cultivation was not lower than his. Moreover, they seemed to have some strength and background. How is it? Is it a blow to your heart after seeing so many experts? When Lei Dong saw Lin Rei frown, he thought that Lin Rei was worried about this matter. However, he was wrong. Just these few people are not enough to make me worry. At most, they can exchange a few moves with me. You are really not polite. Could it be that there is no one who can beat you in a fight? Lei Dong refused to believe this. He refused to believe that with so many people here, not a single one of them would be able to defeat Lin Li. Lin Rei did not explain further. Instead, he used a no-thanks expression and let Lei Dong experience it himself. Looking at Lei Dong's deflated expression, Lin Rei's mood was very good. This scene was exactly what Lin Rei wanted to see. Master, I will be leaving with Uncle Little Tian in a while. After I leave, you must take good care of yourself. At this moment, Wan Yu turned around and said to Lin Rei. Her eyes were filled with reluctance. I know. Master is not a child. Do I need you to remind me? All right, let's go. There will be more people in a while. And I know, young master. I will take good care of Wan Yu. Lin Tian pulled Wan Yu and bowed to Lin Rei. Then, he walked towards the man at the entrance of the sect. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei's eyes became moist. However, this phenomenon was quickly covered up by his indifference. It was as if the people around him did not notice Lin Rei at all. At this moment, Lin Tian had already arrived in front of the man. The man also noticed Lin Tian. This senior brother, I am here to become a disciple. Please inform him. As he spoke, Lin Tian took out an ancient token from his sleeve. It was given to him by an elder from the Danzong sect. This you. Why are you, what is it, senior brother? Is there something wrong? When Lin Tian saw the man's expression, he was a little confused for a moment. But what Lin Tian didn't know was that this command medallion was the Pill Sect's celestial command medallion. The Pill Sect had a total of 8 of these command medallions, and they had already used 6 of them in the past. Who would have thought that another one would appear here? What was even more inconceivable was that it had appeared in the hands of such a youth. Oh, no, I just found it hard to believe when I saw this token. Oh, what do you mean? Is this token some kind of treasure? When Lin Tian heard the man's words, he felt that this token was a big start. Oh, let's not talk about this first. Let's go see the sect leader first. We will know everything when we see the sect leader. Suddenly, the man's attitude took a 180-degree turn. For a moment, Lin Tian was not used to it. Beside him, Wan Yu did not think much of it because she did not know much about these things. Okay. As he spoke, Lin Tian turned his head and glanced at Lin Rei. Then, he brought Wan Yu and followed the man towards the sect. This scene fell into the eyes of the crowd that had come to participate in the sect selection. Damn, I didn't expect this. I really didn't expect that Brother Lin's subordinate would have a celestial token in his hands. Truly not simple. At this moment, Lei Dong came over and said to Lin Rei. His tone was filled with shock and disbelief. Oh, celestial token? No way, don't tell me you don't even know about the celestial token? Hearing Lin Rei's words, Lei Dong was even more shocked. He originally thought that Lin Rei would know about it. Who would have thought that? Alright, forget it if you don't know. In any case, you will know about it sooner or later after entering the sect. However, what I can tell you is that there are a total of 8 celestial tokens. Previously, I had already given them away. Adding the one in Lin Tian's hand, it will be the 7th one. Tell me, is this celestial token important or not? The most important thing is that this celestial token is the highest token in the Danzong sect. Hearing this, Lin Rei finally understood why Lei Dong was so shocked when he saw the token in Little Tian's hand. Oh, got it. After speaking, Lin Rei closed his mouth and did not say anything else. Lei Dong already knew about Lin Rei's habit and did not mind. At this moment, Lin Tian and Wan Yu were taken away by the man, and they were brought to a magnificent palace. Looking at the palace in front of him, Lin Tian's eyes were filled with shock and disbelief. He had never seen such a magnificent palace before. Hee, junior brother, don't you think that this is very majestic and tall? Seeing Lin Tian's expression, the man beside him immediately knew what Lin Tian was thinking. Hee. Lin Tian, who was exposed, smiled embarrassedly but still nodded. In fact, these are not the most important things. These are just external objects. As long as you have the strength, you can even turn the entire planet into your palace, let alone this palace. However, under the foundation of all of this, you must have the strength. As long as you have the strength, all of this is nothing. When the man said this, the determination and courage in his eyes infected Lin Tian. Yes, senior brother is right. I will definitely cultivate properly in the future. Oh, and remember not to speak carelessly inside. If you say something wrong, no one can predict the sect master's temper. Hearing the man's reminder, Lin Tian nodded and agreed. His expression was still calm. However, the man beside him was not the same. His hands were clenched tightly and his forehead was covered in sweat as if he had just been drenched in water. Senior brother, are you all right? Lin Tian, who was familiar with the situation, could not help but ask. Oh, I'm fine. With that, he used his sleeve to wipe the sweat off his forehead and returned to his original posture. Jia. At this moment, the sound of the door opening reached Lin Tian's ears. Lin Tian, who was originally not nervous, also became nervous. Wang Bing, is this the child who took away our sect's extreme heaven token? At this moment, a white-haired old man walked out. He looked very amiable, but his tone was very arrogant. When he talked about Lin Tian, he did not even look at Lin Tian. Yes, this is him. Elder Wang, I've brought him here. I'll take my leave first. Seeing that the person who came out to welcome him was Elder Wang, the man was stunned at first. Then, his body trembled and he hurriedly bowed to the old man before turning around and leaving. All right, come in with me. At this moment, Elder Wang said to Lin Tian and then walked into the main hall. Wanyu, let's go. Remember, don't cause trouble inside. Lin Tian warned Wanyu, then pulled Wanyu and followed the old man in. When Lin Tian first saw Lin Rei, he immediately saw the old man sitting on the big chair in the middle. When he saw him, Lin Tian's face immediately revealed a strange expression. Wanyu, who was beside him, was also shocked. Why is it you, Grandpa? Why are you here? Wanyu was stunned for a moment after seeing him, then she asked the old man with a puzzled tone. Wanyu, don't talk nonsense. Have you forgotten what young master said? When Lin Tian heard Wanyu's words, he hurriedly scolded Wanyu because he didn't know what was going on with this old man. The former was an old man who talked to them, but now he was sitting on the same level as the elders in the Danzong sect's main hall. If he was an extraordinary person, then it would be terrible. It's fine. Little friend, you don't have to treat a child like this. As the saying goes, children's words carry no harm, right? When the old man saw Lin Tian's strange behavior, he knew what had happened. Thank you for your magnanimity, senior. You don't care about a child. In the future, we will definitely pay more attention. I just don't know who senior is? When Lin Tian heard the old man's words, he hurriedly bowed to the old man and then asked the old man. This time, you don't have the right to know who our sect leader is. Suddenly, an angry shout was heard. Along with the angry shout was a strong pressure. In an instant, Lin Tian was suffocated by the pressure. Wanyu was the same. Her whole face was red from the pressure. Her legs were gradually shaking, but she didn't kneel. When the old man saw this scene, he increased the pressure. Say, senior, don't you think it's a bit shameful to treat two children like this? If this spreads out, I'm afraid it will damage your reputation and the sect's reputation. All right, Elder Wang, stop it here. They're just two kids. You don't have to be like this. What if this matter gets out? If this spreads out, our sect's reputation will be damaged. At this time, the old man stood up and stopped Elder Wang's actions. For a moment, all the pressure was withdrawn by Elder Wang. Lin Tian and Wanyu, who were struggling to hold on, suddenly felt the pressure disappear and sat on the ground. Little you, are you okay? Are you okay? Lin Tian, who had just sat on the ground, didn't look at his injuries. Instead, he went directly to Wanyu's side to check. Cough, 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 I'm fine. I just feel a little uncomfortable. I'll be fine after resting for a while. As soon as she finished speaking, Wanyu fainted. Seeing this scene, Lin Tian was angry. His heart was very sad. You, old man, how can you treat a child like this? Do you know that she is still a child? Just because of one sentence you treat her like this? At this time, Lin Tian's eyes were red. The bloodthirsty light in his eyes leaked out without reservation. Chapter 49. Humph, a little brat who hasn't even grown hair yet dares to look at me like that. Do you want to die? When Elder Wang saw the look in Lin Tian's eyes, he immediately felt a surge of unhappiness. This was the first time that a chi refining stage ant was looking at him like this. Humph, old man. You're an old geezer who's over a few 100 years old. To think that you would lay your hands on a defenseless little girl because of a single sentence. Tell me, have you lived your life in vain? After Lin Tian's words came out, all the elders present took a deep breath. They were all stunned, and some people were watching this scene with interest. Bastard, I think you really want to die. After speaking, Elder Wang's pressure once again slashed towards Lin Tian. This time, it was clearly much stronger than before. Lin Tian's legs were slowly kneeling on the ground. The unyielding expression on his face made everyone unable to continue watching, but they couldn't intervene. After all, Elder Wang was from the criminal law hall. No, I can't kneel. I will only kneel to my young master, no one else is qualified. A roar came out of Elder Wang's mouth, and there was even a trace of red blood. Humph, stubborn. You, a chi refining stage ant, want to block the pressure of a foundation establishment stage cultivator? You are really delusional. After Elder Wang finished speaking, the pressure once again increased a bit. However, this just happened to be within the range of Lin Tian's tolerance. Plop, Lin Tian directly fell back and knelt on the ground. However, his other leg was also trembling, but even so, Elder Wang couldn't completely make him kneel on the ground. Seeing this scene, Elder Wang suddenly became angry. He thought to himself, I know that a nascent soul stage cultivator can't even stand in front of a chi refining stage ant. That's really embarrassing. Humph, I want to see how you resist. Then, a trace of pressure fell on Lin Tian's body. At this point, Lin Tian finally couldn't take it anymore. With a plop sound, his other leg fell to the ground as well. His hands were on the ground as he coughed up blood along with saliva. Linley's eyes were bloodshot as well, making him look extremely terrifying. Old man, you have to die a good death. My young master will avenge me. Just wait for it. Ha ha. Cough, cough. As he spoke, Lin Tian coughed up blood. Seeing this scene, Lin Tian's eyes no longer had the slightest bit of hope. His entire heart was like dead ashes. However, the old man sitting in the middle calmly watched all of this without making a sound. Are you convinced now? If you beg me now, maybe I will let you go. But if you continue to be stubborn, then don't blame me. Elder Wang walked to Lin Tian's side and used his foot to hook Lin Tian's chin. He raised Lin Tian's face, and in that instant, his entire face was in Elder Wang's eyes. Humph, you're really stubborn. Since that's the case, don't blame me. After saying that, Elder Wang raised his hand and gathered all of his strength in his palm. He wanted to slap Lin Tian's head. It was a very dangerous scene. When his hand was only a centimeter away from Lin Tian's head, a voice transmitted into Elder Wang's ears. Elder Wang's hand stopped in midair, and he didn't slap down. That's enough, Wang Ji. You're already so old and yet you're still arguing with two children. Aren't you afraid of being laughed at when you go out? The person who spoke was the old man who hadn't spoken for a long time. He was also the old man Lin Ray saw when he first arrived at Royal Pill City. Yes, Sect Master. Lin Tian, you're lucky. If it wasn't for Sect Master stopping me, I reckon that you would have already met up in the underworld. Ha ha. Hearing the Sect Master's words, Wang Ji responded and then said to Lin Tian with disdain. The look in his eyes was something that Lin Tian would remember for the rest of his life. Wang Ji wasn't the only one who heard the old man's voice. Even the half-dead Lin Tian also heard it. However, Lin Tian didn't have any intention of thanking the old man. Since he already knew that he wouldn't die, he suddenly relaxed and sat down on the ground. His eyes were indeed focused on the unconscious Wan Yu from time to time. At this time, Wan Yu, who was lying on the ground, moved. She slowly opened her eyes, and the first thing she saw was the almost dead Lin Tian. "Ah, Uncle Xiao Tian, what happened to you? How did you become like this?" When she woke up and saw Lin Tian's appearance, she immediately became anxious. She didn't know what to do. Cough, Wan Yu, be good. Uncle isn't dead yet. Besides, if I die, what will you do? I promised young master that I would protect you well. It's all your fault. It's all your fault. If it wasn't for you, Uncle Xiao Tian wouldn't be like this. You're a group of bad people. You're all bad people. After saying that, Wan Yu directly took out the jade pendant from her bosom. Then, she used all her strength to crush the jade pendant. Uncle Xiao Tian, hold on a bit longer. I've already notified Master. I believe Master will be here soon. Everything in the hall was something Lin Rei never thought would happen. He also never thought that something like this would happen. However, just as Lin Rei and Lei Dong were talking together, he suddenly felt the jade pendant he gave Wan Yu shatter. When he gave this jade pendant to Wan Yu, he said that unless there was danger, he could never crush it. But now that it was broken, it meant that Wan Yu was in danger. Lin Rei didn't say anything else and walked towards the Danzong Sect. "And you, what are you going to do?" When Lei Dong saw that Lin Li was heading towards the pill school, his face filled with killing intent, he immediately felt that something was wrong. Thus, he hurriedly chased after him. Although Lin Rei was very angry, he didn't do anything. He couldn't openly pick a super important person, unless that person was an idiot. Lin Rei relied on Wan Yu to crush the jade pendant and avoided many guards to reach the entrance of the hall. However, everything was still the same. In the end, he was stopped at the entrance. "Daring bastard, do you know where this is? You actually dare to cause trouble here. Hurry up and leave. We'll act like nothing happened. If you're stubborn, then use crutches. Our people are thin." The two people stopped Lin Rei and warned him. However, looking at Lin Rei's appearance, it seemed that he didn't listen at all. He still walked towards the hall. "Okay, since you're stubborn, then don't blame us for being ruthless." Saying that, the two people took out two long swords and each cast a spell. They rushed towards Lin Rei. Take this. Misty and ruthless, rain like silk." The two people cast their sword arts at the same time. Lin Rei was not careless. When he saw the two people rushing towards him, he quickly took out his weapon, the martial Emperor Divine Spear. Today I want to see the cultivation level of this Danzong Sect's disciple." Saying that, Lin Rei raised his spear and used his cultivation method to stab at the two people rushing towards him. Lin Rei's move seemed simple. In fact, there were several variations in this move. It was impossible to see through. Only those who had experienced Lin Rei's battle could feel it. Bang! The sound of weapons clashing could be heard. Lin Li and the two men, after exchanging their first blows, retreated 2 steps, vigilantly staring at each other. How is this possible? How can he have such terrifying killing power? He's only in the Foundation establishment realm. Just a moment ago, when the two men thought they were about to kill Lin Rei, they clearly felt the power from the spear when their weapons clashed. It was a power that was even stronger than theirs. I advise the two of you to get out of the way as soon as possible. Otherwise, I can't guarantee your lives next time. After hearing Lin Rei's words, the two men were furious. It was as if their dignity had been challenged. They held their swords and rushed towards Lin Rei again. Since you want to die, then don't blame me. Then, Lin Rei released all of his cultivation. Suddenly, Lin Rei's long hair and clothes fluttered without wind. If it wasn't for his young face, people would have thought that he was a general who had been on the battlefield. Bang, bang, bang. After the sound of weapons clashing, the two men were seen kneeling on the ground. Their clothes were in a mess. They were kneeling on the ground and their mouths were constantly vomiting blood. Humph, this time, I'll give you a punishment for not knowing the immensity of heaven and earth. Next time, I guarantee that you won't see the moon at night. After speaking, Lin Rei walked towards the main hall. Lei Dong, who was chasing after him, ran up and hooked his arm around Lin Rei's shoulder. I say, you're too mean. You call me for something fun like torture. Sigh, you really make me sad. After speaking, Lin Rei even revealed a sad expression for Lin Rei to see. However, Lin Rei wasn't in the mood to see this. Lin Rei didn't say anything. He only turned around and pushed open the main door of the palace. The old man, who was talking in the main hall, saw that the main door was pushed open without his permission. His face instantly darkened. Everyone's eyes looked towards the main door. Then, two young men around 14 or 15 years old walked in. One of them was even holding a spear that was taller than him. Ah, master, you're finally here. Wan Yu, who was sitting on the throne, smiled when she saw the people who had arrived. Moreover, she didn't feel as nervous as before. Yes. At this moment, Lin Rei also noticed Wan Yu's direction. However, when he looked, Lin Rei went completely crazy. He saw that Lin Tian, who had played with him since he was young, was beaten to the point of being on the verge of death. As for his disciple's face, there were still traces of blood that hadn't been wiped off. He knew that Wan Yu was also heavily injured. This was the baleful aura that he had been suppressing. At this moment it was completely exposed. Who was it? Who hurt them? Tell me who it was. Chapter 50. At this moment, Lin Fan was on the verge of exploding. No one could pull him back. Hee, here comes another one who has a death wish. The main culprit of all this, Wang Ji, stood there and watched the scene unfold. His tone was filled with disdain as he spoke to Linley. Lin Rei did not have the chance to talk to Wang Ji. Instead, he went to Wan Yu and Lin Tian alone. He squatted down and looked at them. For a moment, Lin Rei regretted his actions. Master is late. I'm sorry. I didn't know that something like this would happen. Lin Rei, who came to Wan Yu, choked with sobs. Tears welled up in his eyes and his heart was filled with regret. Cough. Cough. Young master, you. Don't say that. This has nothing to do with you. All right, let's not talk about this for now. Come, eat these 2 pills. Leave the rest to me. Lin Rei said simply. Lin Tian was struggling to even speak now. He quickly took out 2 healing pills from the system and handed them to Wan Yu and Lin Tian. The moment the pills were taken out, the entire palace was filled with the fragrance of the pills. How is this possible? How is this possible? At this moment, the old man sitting in the seat of honor, upon seeing Linley's pills, widened his eyes several times over. It was as if he had seen something impossible. He began to mumble incoherently in a language that no one could understand. What's wrong, sect leader? When the elders saw the sect leader's reaction, they were all worried. They did not want anything to happen to the sect leader. Impossible, absolutely impossible. There can't be such high-grade pills in the mysterious heavenly continent. I must have made a mistake. Yes, I must have made a mistake. When they heard the old man's words, the elders knew the whole story. Lin Rei naturally heard it too. Hence, he lowered his head and looked at the pills in his hand. He was stunned for a moment, but he did not find anything strange in the end. After eating the medicinal pills, the wounds on Lin Tian's body healed at a speed visible to the naked eye. In just a short while, all the visible wounds on their bodies had healed. In the eyes of the group of elders, this scene had already frightened them. How is this possible? How can there be such a powerful healing pill in this world? All of the elders looked exactly the same as the old man in the photo. Even the look in their eyes was the same. I don't care who you are. I just want an explanation. Why did you injure my disciple and my brother? At this time, Lin Rei saw that their strength had taken a turn for the better. He quickly helped them up, and then questioned the sitting elders and the head. His tone was emotionless and incomparably cold. The murderous aura on his body rushed towards them without any concealment. What's wrong? I was the one who hit him. What can you do? Aren't you just a little foundation establishment cultivator? Is this a place where you can behave atrociously? Originally, another elder wanted to explain, but Wang Ji took the initiative to threaten Lin Rei. Good. You're really a big sect. You're really amazing. We came here to join the sect and I didn't expect you guys to be like this. This is an eye-opener for me. Oh, I really didn't expect a nascent soul cultivator like you to say such words to a few teenage kids. This is really an eye-opener for me. At this time, a person walked in from the door, followed by a group of followers. You. Lin Rei saw that the person who came was Lei Dong. For a moment, his heart felt warm. Who are you? What does what I do have to do with you? Besides, this is the territory of the Danzong sect. What do you want to do? Wang Ji looked at this group of people and lost his confidence for a moment. He didn't know what to say. Originally, this matter was unreasonable. Now that there were so many people, if this matter really spread out, then his reputation would really be ruined. Lei Dong, Actually, you don't have to do this. I can solve this matter. Lin Rei looked at Lei Dong with a troubled expression. Although he was touched to see Lei Dong, there was no need to drag him into this. Okay, you don't have to say anything. I'm doing this for myself. Don't think too much. I don't want to study in a sect like this. If my father knew about this, he definitely wouldn't let me come here. Don't you think so, Uncle Zhong? After Lei Dong finished speaking, he glanced at the middle-aged man who looked like a butler behind him. Yes, young master is right. It's fine if you don't join this sect. Master didn't want you to come to this sect in the first place. Don't worry if you can't join this sect, Master will contact other sections. Lei Dong thought that if the middle-aged man knew about this, he wouldn't have to go to the sect anymore. However, he didn't expect the middle-aged man to do this. The smile on his face instantly collapsed. This isn't the place for you to chat. I still don't know who you are. At this time, Wang Ji couldn't stand it anymore. This was the third time he was ignored. He was a nascent soul stage cultivator. When had he ever been humiliated like this? I've long forgotten my name. However, a long time ago, someone gave me a name. I'm called Shuesha. I'm sure you've heard of it. Just as the middle-aged man finished speaking, a murderous aura came out of his body and rushed towards Wang Ji. In an instant, Wang Ji's face turned ugly. He couldn't move his body even if he wanted to. So it's Senior Shuesha. No wonder you can emit such a strong murderous aura. I've been disrespectful. Okay, I don't want to talk nonsense. Originally, my master wanted my young master to come to your sect to gain experience. However, I'm very disappointed in your Danzong sect. Shuesha's eyes revealed a disappointed expression. He then turned around and walked out with Lei Dong. But would Lei Dong be willing? Uncle Zhong, I can't leave yet. Look at my brother. Isn't he in trouble? Why don't you help him? Lei Dong saw that Uncle Zhong wanted to take him away. However, could he leave? The answer was obviously no. Thus, Lei Dong stopped and begged Shuesha. Young master, it's not that I don't want to help you. It's just that I've already promised Grandpa that as long as your life isn't in danger, I won't help. Moreover, you want me to help someone I don't know. You, Uncle Zhong, just treat it as helping me. Moreover, you've always doted on me since I was young. This small matter is nothing. It's just a matter of you taking action. Lei Dong begged Shueisha bitterly. However, Shueisha didn't agree in the end. Lin Rei couldn't stand it anymore and walked out. Lei Dong, I'm very touched that you stood out to help me in this situation. You even went to beg for help from me. I've already acknowledged you as my brother. However, I'll still say the same thing. I don't want you to get involved. This is my problem and I have to solve it. You should follow this senior. If I can survive, I'll definitely go back and tell you that I'm safe. None of them had expected that Linley would walk out and say these words. They had all thought that Linley would cling tightly to the great tree that was the blood fiend. But now Lin Rei hee alright. Don't say any more. I understand. Moreover, all of this has nothing to do with you. It's my problem. I, Lin Rei, don't have the habit of letting others help me solve my problems. After speaking, Lin Rei didn't give Lei Dong a chance to speak. Instead, he walked alone to Wan Yu and the others. He glanced at them and then turned to the elders. Immediately tell them to come out and apologize. Then, this matter will be considered over. Otherwise, little dragon, try and see if you can communicate with the sealed black dragon. See if he can help me. If there are conditions, I can also agree. Lin Rei said to the elders while communicating with the system. Now, only the black dragon could help him. However, he couldn't guarantee that the black dragon would help him. I know. I'll go and ask him. I hope he can help you. Otherwise, you'll die today. When Lin Rei asked the system, it already knew what Lin Rei was planning. However, this wasn't something that the system could stop. Therefore, it could only help Lin Rei. Humph, shameless boasting. I was a little scared earlier, but who asked you to be so arrogant? Since you don't need the help of Senior Shueisha, then you and I can only sit here and wait to be slaughtered, hee. At this time, the system had already entered the seal. There was no light in here, only endless darkness. There was also the smell of blood. Although the system spirit was only an illusion, it still had its own thoughts. You, who are you? As soon as the system came in, it heard a terrifying sound. That sound was extremely loud, and it even had a trace of dragon's might. Fortunately, the system was just an illusion and did not have a physical body. Otherwise, even an out-of-body stage cultivator would have been killed by that sound. Black Dragon, how does it feel to be sealed here? The system didn't care about this little bit of wire at all. It was just that the sound made its ears hurt a little. Humph, if you're here to talk nonsense with me, then hurry up and get lost. Your grandpa dragon isn't that bad. Although that was what the black dragon said, the system could hear that it desperately wanted to be free. The reason it said that was because it wanted to save its face. Okay, I originally wanted to let you out, but now I've changed my mind. According to my estimation, this seal will only trap you for 3 years at most. However, if something unexpected happens and this seal is strengthened, then it's hard to say. After saying that, the system wanted to leave again, but the black dragon's voice sounded. It sounded anxious and nervous, as if it was very anxious. You're saying that you can break this seal? The black dragon asked with uncertainty. In fact, it already believed that very few people could enter this place, and those who could enter this seal would definitely be able to break it. Of course, this comes with a price. I don't want to do this kind of business without a price. Say it. What do you want me to do? Although I'm not a good person, I'm not a heinous person. If you want me to do something bad, then I won't do it. Humph, you're quite particular. What I want you to do is not a bad thing. I just want you to become a person's mount and protect his safety. Of course, there's a time limit. When the person you're protecting has the strength, you can leave. What? You want me, an expensive dragon, to be a human's mount? No, I won't agree. After hearing the black dragon's words, the system's attitude was obviously a lot worse. It said to the dragon in a cold voice, Humph, since you don't agree, then forget it. Then you can stay here for the rest of your life. I believe that not long after, your source of life will be completely absorbed by the person who sealed you. When that time comes, you can only die a painful death. After saying that, the system turned around and wanted to leave, but it was called back by the black dragon's voice. Okay, I promise you. However, you said that once the person I'm protecting has the strength, I will immediately leave and will not stay. When that time comes, even you can't stop me. Hee, that's right. Isn't it fine if you want this? Since you've agreed, then eat this pill. After saying that, the system threw a pill to the black dragon. If Lin Ray was here, he would definitely recognize it. This was the mind control pill that he obtained from killing the Sect-seeking servant. Chapter 51. I've already promised you, how can you? Oh, this is a must. If I let you go first, what if you go back on your word? I've said that I never do business where I lose, so it's up to you whether you want to eat it or not. The system played hard to get, and this move just so happened to checkmate the black dragon. Now, all he had to do was to watch the black dragon eat the medicinal pill. Okay, I'll eat it. Speaking of which, the black dragon could be considered a courageous dragon. He really ate it. Seeing this scene, the system smiled and didn't say anything. It directly disappeared from this space. Hey, where are you going? Didn't you say that you'll let me go? After seeing the system slip away, the black dragon quickly shouted towards the place where the system disappeared. At this time, Lin Ray was suppressed by Wang Ji in the outside world. Wang Ji released all of his cultivation and pressure, wanting to suppress Lin Ray. Although Lin Ray was in the right, facing a nascent soul stage cultivator, he could only grit his teeth and swallow his anger. Humph, a little cultivator dares to come here and behave atrociously. You're really courting death. Wang Ji was lecturing Linli like an adult lecturing his child. At this moment, Linli was being suppressed to the point that he could not breathe. His entire face was flushed red. Guan Yu's entire body was half squatting. His hands were holding onto the martial Emperor Divine's spear and stabbing it into the ground to support himself. Oh, cough cough, old fart, ever since Lin Ray was born, you're not the first person who wanted to kill me, Lin Ray. However, those who wanted to kill me every time have all been killed. Some of them are now on my must-kill list, so don't talk big now. Wait until you can really kill me. At this moment, Lin Ray mocked Wang Ji as he coughed up blood. His face was extremely ugly. What's the use of saying so much? You're still going to die here. Originally, I only wanted to kill you, but now, I've changed my mind. Now, I'm not only going to kill you, but also everyone related to you. When the time comes, I'll send them to meet you below. You'd better walk slowly, ha ha. Looking at Wang Ji's face, Lin Ray couldn't help but want to give him 2 slaps right now. He wanted to slap him until even his mother couldn't recognize him, but he couldn't do it now. When Lin Ray heard Wang Ji's words, his entire body began to tremble. His eyes turned red, and an inhuman roar came out of Lin Ray's mouth. Enough, Wang Ji. It's already like this. Do you still want to humiliate them? No matter what, this guy called Lin Tian was recommended by the Great Elder. How are you going to explain this to the Great Elder when he comes back? At this time, the old man sitting at the top couldn't stand it anymore, so he used the Great Elder to persuade Wang Ji. He found that the Great Elder had the highest cultivation level in the Danzong sect, so he believed that as long as the Great Elder was mentioned, Wang Ji would definitely not make a move. Okay, I won't touch Lin Tian and the little girl, but I must kill this person. He dared to despise the Danzong sect, the sect master, and me. This is something I can't tolerate, so I ask the sect master to help me. With such a simple sentence, Lin Ray was sentenced to death. The old man didn't say anything, which meant that he acquiesced. Okay, thank you, sect master. After getting the old man's approval, Wang Ji didn't have any worries. He slowly walked towards Lin Rei. No, you can't kill my teacher, young master. When Wan Yu and Lin Tian heard that they were going to kill Linli, they hurriedly moved to stand guard around Linli, as though saying, if you want to kill my master, then kill me first. Little dragon, are you done? At this time, Lin Rei was finally anxious. He didn't want the incident with Hong Lian to happen again. He couldn't bear it, and he couldn't let it happen again. Of course. I also let him eat the mind-controlling pill. In the future, he will be your bodyguard. However, I have to say this first. Unless it's a matter of life and death, you can't let him out to help you. I'm doing this for your own good. If you agree, I will use up all your reputation and exchange points, and then help him break the seal and let him out. Alright, I agree with everything you said. Hurry up and let him out. Originally, Lin Rei thought that at most, the black dragon would help him once, and then he would be able to regain his freedom. He didn't expect the system to be so considerate. At this time, Lin Rei completely shut down the system. However, the 2 points you have now are still not enough to unlock the seal. Therefore, in the future, the 2 points you have obtained will be automatically erased. You don't have any objections to this, do you? Damn you! Lin Rei, who had just started to change his view of the system, returned to his previous attitude after hearing the system's words. Okay, I understand. Hurry up and let the black dragon out, I can't hold on much longer. After receiving Lin Rei's reply, the system directly absorbed all of Lin Rei's current prestige and exchange points, as well as spirit stones. I still can't break all the seals, but if you want to open a hole to restore the black dragon's freedom, I can still do it. After saying that, the system transformed into a ray of light and rushed toward the seal. In an instant, the system tore a hole in the seal, and angry roars continuously came from inside. The system didn't need to think to know that it was the black dragon's voice. Alright, stop shouting. I've already broken a hole in the seal. You can come and go as you please in the future. However, to completely break the seal, we still have to wait for the person you're protecting. Only he can break the seal in the shortest amount of time. After breaking the seal and arriving at the space where the black dragon was, the system explained to the black dragon. However, at the same time, the system's voice was extremely weak, as if it was dispensable. Okay, as long as I regain my freedom, it's fine as long as I'm not here. As for when, it doesn't matter. However, the seal is still here, so will he still absorb my power? The black dragon readily agreed, but at the same time, he also voiced his concerns. You don't have to worry about that. Since the seal has already been broken, it means that his spell has lost its effectiveness. So, he won't be able to do it again. But just in case, you can use Linli's pills to keep him hanging and see if his strength has decreased. After saying that, the system completely disappeared, and no matter how the black dragon shouted, there was no reply. Now it's time for me to fulfill my duty. I'll also go out and see if those girls miss me. After saying that, the black dragon transformed into a human and put on a set of black clothes. He slightly tidied up his clothes and then walked outside. However, if Lin Rei knew about this scene, he believed that Lin Rei would definitely beat him up. When the system disappeared, it had already told Lin Rei that the seal had been lifted. Then, it let Lin Rei release the black dragon. At this time, Lin Rei took out the magic tool from the demon realm from the auction. Suddenly, Lin Rei's life became even more terrifying and cold. Whoosh! A black light shot out from the magic tool. Its speed was extremely fast. Probably only the director, Lin Rei, could feel it. Lin Rei couldn't help but smile, and then raised his head to look at the black dragon that came out. However, Lin Rei was stunned. How was this a black dragon? This was simply a gigolo. He saw a young man with sharp eyebrows and bright eyes standing there. His eyes were looking at Lin Rei. For a moment, the two of them looked at each other. It was as if this time was freely between the two of them. Humph, you're already at death's door, yet you can still smile. Even I admire you a little now. However, this doesn't mean that I won't kill you. After speaking, Wang Ji pointed his sword at Lin Rei. However, Lin Rei wasn't afraid at all. He still smiled. You're really courting death. After speaking, the long sword in Wang Ji's hand pierced towards Lin Rei's heart. However, this strange scene suddenly appeared. Wang Ji's long sword stopped in front of Lin Rei's body. Seeing this scene, Wang Ji looked at Shueisha, who was also Lei Dong's servant. Don't look. It's not that, Junior. This voice suddenly came from in front of Lin Rei. Other than Lin Rei, everyone was shocked by this voice. Who is it? For a moment, Wang Ji was scared. He never thought that there would be such a person who would protect Lin Rei. Moreover, this person was even stronger than Shueisha. Lin Rei, are you all right? A handsome man suddenly appeared next to Lin Rei. With a wave of his sleeve, the pressure on Lin Rei's body disappeared without a trace. I'm all right. Thank you very much. After the pressure on Lin Rei disappeared, he straightened his back and then clasped his hands in front of his chest to thank Hei Long. However, in the eyes of everyone present, this scene was simply shocking. Nobody saw how this young man appeared. However, in everyone's mind 3 words appeared: Heaven Unification Stage. They believed that only Heaven Unification Stage cultivators had such a unique teleportation ability. The old man who was sitting at the top hurriedly walked down and respectfully said to Hei Long, I didn't know that Senior was coming. Please forgive me for not going out to meet you. Hei Long didn't even look at the old man. At this moment, Hei Long only had Lin Rei in his eyes. There was nothing else. I'll leave the rest to you. If there's anything you need, just tell me. As long as I can do it, I'll do it for you. If I can't do it, I'll think of a way to do it. This simple sentence was enough to express his attitude towards Linley. Chapter 52. Yes, thank you. Lin Rei didn't say much because he deserved it. If it wasn't for her, Hei Long wouldn't have been able to come out. Moreover, the price he paid was also quite high. Now, do you still want to kill me? At this time, Linley came in front of Wang Ji and said to him. His tone was cold, and his eyes were filled with killing intent. He looked like a devil god who had walked out of hell. Anyone who passed by Linley could feel the coldness from Linley's body, and it went straight to their hearts. This. Wan Yu, come here. Lin Rei suddenly turned his head and called out to Wan Yu. Wan Yu made a sound of acknowledgement, then obediently walked in front of Linley, waiting for Linley's test. Tell me, was he the one who injured you? Lin Rei looked at Wan Yu and pointed at Wang Ji. Yes, master, it's this bad guy. He's the one who came over and injured me and Uncle Xiaotian for no reason. Moreover, I can feel that he might have killed us at that time. If it wasn't for the jade pendant that master gave me, we would already be dead. Good. Then master will give you a chance to take revenge. I want you to kill him. Do you dare? Lin Rei looked at Wan Yu, his eyes never leaving her. He wanted to see if Wan Yu had the determination to do so. This was the time for him to stabilize his Dao heart. Otherwise, he didn't know when Wan Yu would be able to settle down and cultivate properly. Everyone present, including Black Dragon, was stunned. Wang Ji, in particular, was even more shocked. He had never imagined that Linley would send a child to kill him. Master, Hearing Wan Yu's words, Lin Rei shook his head in disappointment. He turned around and wanted to walk to the side. However, Wan Yu's voice sounded again. The disappointed Lin Rei instantly became spirited. Master, I dare to kill him. Turning his head to look at Wan Yu's determined eyes, Lin Rei knew that this time, Wan Yu had truly made up her mind. In the future, she would not be lazy and not cultivate anymore. As for the nearby Black Dragon, upon seeing this, He finally understood Linley's intentions. Good, you are indeed my good disciple. Now, take my martial Emperor Divine spear and kill him. After saying that, Lin Rei handed the spear in his hand to Wan Yu, and Wan Yu obediently took it. Seeing Wan Yu accept the spear, Lin Rei revealed a gratified smile, then turned to look at the black dragon. All right, I got it. When the black dragon saw Lin Rei's eyes, he knew that Lin Rei wanted him to stop Wang Ji so that the little girl could kill him. Seeing this, Wang Ji could no longer hold himself back. He hurriedly looked at the Danzong sect leader and asked for help. Sect leader, please help me. Please, I won't die. At this moment, Wang Ji was really anxious. He never thought that there would be such a moment. If he had known, he would not have acted so recklessly. Senior, you, haha, don't beg me. I can't do anything about this. I am only responsible for listening to Lin Rei. I will not listen to him. The Black Dragon's words caused everyone to focus their attention on Lin Rei. At this moment, Lin Rei's murderous aura was enough to explain everything. It is impossible for me to not kill him. Just now, when he was trying to kill me, did you plead for me? When he injured my disciple and Lin Tian, did you plead for me? Now, when I am about to kill him, you are pleading for him. Don't you think this is shameless? However, today I will let you remember one sentence. Those who kill will be killed by others. After saying that, Lin Rei did not pay attention to the others. He asked his disciple to continue what he was doing. The Black Dragon had already subdued Wang Ji. Kill him. This is the first lesson I will teach you. Kill him and you will be a real cultivator. Remember, in this era where the strong prey on the weak, only the strong can live forever. The strong are built on mountains of corpses and seas of blood. There is no one who has not killed in their life. It is only a matter of how much they kill. Linley's words affected everyone around him. At this moment, everyone's state of mind skyrocketed, including the frozen Wang Ji. Because of Linley's words, their state of mind, which had been stagnant for a long time, had loosened. Yes, Master. I understand. I will become a strong cultivator in the future. Poof! The martial Emperor Divine Spear in Wan Yu's hand directly pierced through Wang Ji's body. Moreover, it pierced through his dantian. How is this possible? You shouldn't be able to kill me. After saying that, Wang Ji no longer had any vitality. Wan Yu, who killed Wang Ji, stood there with a pale face. She did not recover for a moment. Blurg! Blurg! Suddenly, the sound of vomiting spread. Wan Yu bent over and covered her stomach with both hands. She kept vomiting. Seeing this, Lin Rei looked at her with a distressed expression. However, he did not stop her because this was the first and most important step to becoming a strong cultivator. A palm-sized minion emerged from the dead Wang Ji's body. It instantly wanted to rush to the sky, but could it escape? The answer was, of course, impossible. Lin Rei immediately reacted. He pulled out the martial Emperor Divine Spear from Wang Ji's body and immediately pierced it towards Wang Ji's nascent soul. The current Wang Ji was only a soul without a physical body. He did not have much ability to resist. It could be said that he did not have any offensive power. The only advantage he had was that he could borrow the body of others to be reborn. Cultivators were different from mortals. As long as a mortal died, they would truly die. However, cultivators were different. As long as they cultivated to the nascent soul realm, even if their physical body died, they could be reborn as long as their nascent soul was not destroyed. Lin Rei, can't you let me go? Besides, I didn't really kill you. Why are you so ruthless? You didn't really kill me. If you had killed me, would you still be alive? No matter what, I don't want you to come back to life and become a threat to me. This is the only choice I have in this world. However, anyone who is a threat to me, whether it is a person or an object, or even an immortal, must be destroyed. Lin Rei did not give Wang Ji a chance to live. The martial Emperor Divine's spear in his hand seemed to be alive. The tip of the spear constantly changed directions and pierced towards Wang Ji's nascent soul. With a pop sound, Lin Rei's spear directly pierced through Wang Ji's nascent soul. It was just this spear that killed a nascent soul cultivator. Ding dong, congratulations to host for killing a nascent soul cultivator. Reward: 300,000 experience points. Ding dong, congratulations to host for obtaining a heaven-level low-grade flame dragon spear art. Cultivation has reached the heaven-level high-grade. Ding dong, congratulations to host for obtaining a pill refining furnace. Grade unknown. Only that it originated from the Hongmeng period. Ding dong, congratulations to host for leveling up to the peak of the enlightened stage. Attack power has also tripled. Ding dong, congratulations to host for leveling up to the enlightened stage. As a reward, host will receive a gift package. Ding dong, congratulations to host for leveling up to the enlightened stage. Host will have 3 chances to draw a prize. Ding dong, optional mission. Host, do you wish to accept? Seeing that there was still a mission, he quickly opened it. Yes, accept it. Ding dong, congratulations to host for accepting the optional mission. Mission details: subdue all the higher-ups of the Danzong sect within a day. Upon completion, host will receive 300,000 experience points, 500,000 high-grade spiritual stones, 10 mind control pills, and a book on the basics of spell formations. The basics of spell formations is one of the top 10 theurgies of the Hongmeng period. However, even if it's the most basic, no one in the entire mysterious heavenly mainland can compare to it. After killing Wang Ji, a series of system notifications rang out. When it mentioned that Lin Rei had leveled up to the enlightened stage, Lin Rei became extremely excited. This was another chance to draw a prize from the grand prize. Lin Rei was so happy that he almost fainted. Everyone in the hall could sense the change in Lin Rei's body. This change in Lin Rei's body had shocked everyone. No one had ever broken through to the enlightened stage, but no one had ever broken through to the enlightened stage so easily. Especially Lin Rei, he couldn't see through Lin Rei's gaze. What the F***ck, no way. You want me to subdue all the higher-ups of the Danzong sect within a day? How is that possible? Are you trying to kill me? Hee hee, you can't blame me for this. You're the one who accepted this mission. This is an optional mission, not a main mission. Who told you to accept it? Hearing the system's voice, Lin Rei had the urge to kill it. If the system had a physical body, he would have killed it. Alright, you'd better hurry up and get to work. You only have a few hours left. If you can't finish it, hee hee, you know the consequences. In an instant, Lin Rei woke up from his daze. He looked around and saw that Lei Dong was still standing at the same spot, but his eyes were fixed on him. This made Lin Rei feel uncomfortable all over. What's your name? I can't keep not seeing your name. I'll call you Hei. Lin Rei turned his head to look at Dark Dragon and asked. His tone was very calm, as if he had returned to his usual self. You can just call me Dragon. Oh, sure. The conversation between the two was very simple, but from Lin Rei's words, everyone present came to the conclusion that Lin Rei and the mysterious champion did not know each other at all. Alright, I'm going to announce something very important. It's about the Danzong sect. Oh, I wonder what young Master Lin is talking about. When the old man heard that it was something related to his sect, he listened attentively. What I want to say is that from today onwards, I am the master of the Danzong sect. Boom! Everyone present, with the exception of Black Dragon, felt as if their brains had short-circuited upon hearing Linley's words. They all thought they had misheard. I know that you may find it hard to believe, but I'm telling the truth. This is the price for harming me, my brother, and my disciple. It doesn't matter if you're willing or not. How can you do this? Do you really think that there's no one left in the Danzong sect? Do you really think that he can defeat all of us by himself? At this time, the old man was anxious. He could accept some compensation, but using the sect as the price for harming Lin Ray was too great. That's not up to you. Oh, don't tell me you want to kill all of us. At this time, all the elders began to resist. Chapter 53. If you stubbornly refuse to obey, I don't mind killing a few of you for all the disciples outside to see. Those who wanted to hear Lin Ray's words all shuddered. They couldn't believe what kind of person this young man in front of them was. Long, give these pills to them and let them eat it. If they don't eat it, kill them without mercy. After saying that, a pill the size of a longan fruit suddenly appeared in Lin Ray's hand. Moreover, each pill had a few pill patterns on it. When Long Hae saw this pill, he already recognized that it was the one he ate before. Okay. Long Hae's words were always so concise. He took the pill and walked towards the group of elders and sect leaders. We won't eat it. If we eat this pill, then wouldn't we be prisoners? Although they didn't know what kind of pill Lin Ray took out, they could imagine that it must be a pill that could make people obedient. How could they eat this kind of pill after being beaten? Dry tongue. Bang. Black Dragon waved his hand and the elder's body exploded. Pieces of smoked flesh were everywhere. It was a horrifying scene. I don't care about anything else. I just want to ask you now. Are you going to eat it or not? If you don't eat it, you've all seen the consequences. Even if you don't eat it, I still have a way to control the entire Danzong sect. I'm only telling you now because I want to give you a chance. Think about your cultivation. Is it easy to cultivate to the nascent soul stage? Needless to say, Lin Ray's words moved the elders who were originally guarding the sect. Yes, we've been cultivating until now, isn't it to survive? At this time, an elder stood up and walked in front of Long Hae with a firm gaze. He reached out and took a mind control pill and put it in his mouth. Seeing this scene, Lin Ray smiled. This was exactly what he wanted to see. When the other elders saw that one of them had eaten the pill, they also walked in front of Long Hae and took the pill. All 5 elders had eaten the mind control pill. Now, the only one left was the Danzong sect's sect leader. What, your elders have already eaten it? Are you still going to resist? Seeing that the Danzong sect's sect leader was indifferent, Lin Ray became anxious. If he didn't eat it, was he going to kill him? It's not that I can't eat it. I just want to know where you got these pills from. I can see that your pills are of the best quality and they're not ordinary. If I'm not wrong, the person who refined these pills should be a heaven-level alchemist. Heaven-level alchemist. The Danzong sect's sect leader's words shocked everyone present, who didn't know that the highest-level alchemist in the mysterious heavenly mainland was only an earth-level alchemist. Not only them, but even Lin Ray himself was shocked. He always thought that these pills were just ordinary pills. He didn't expect them to be pills that could only be refined by a heaven-level alchemist. Phew, this was refined by my master. Linley let out a long breath, and then brought up this imaginary master of his. If this wasn't the case, then he couldn't say that this master had appeared out of thin air, could he? What? Lin Ray's words hit them again, especially the follower behind Lei Dong. At this time, his expression was the most vivid. It's not that I can't eat it, but I have a request. All right, speak. I want your master to teach me alchemy. Even if he doesn't teach me, I can watch from the side. Hearing the Danzong sect's sect leader's request, Lin Ray was in a difficult position. What the F***ck is going on? You want to see my master, but I F***king want to see him too. But I have to have him first. My master isn't here. He travels around the world all year round. The last time I saw him was a year ago. I'm not sure when he'll be back. Hearing Lin Rei's words, the Danzong Sect's sect leader smiled. He then put the mind control pill into his mouth and said to Lin Rei, "It's okay, I can wait. Just let me know when your master returns." Hearing the Danzong Sect's sect leader's words, Lin Rei nodded. He thought to himself, just wait. When I become a heaven-grade alchemist, I'll definitely let you know. Originally, he thought that after the Danzong Sect's sect leader ate the pill, all the upper echelons of the Danzong Sect would have arrived. However, there was no notification from the system until now. This made Lin Rei anxious. Are all the upper echelons of the Danzong Sect here? Hearing Lin Rei's words, the Danzong Sect's sect leader's eyes flashed with a hint of obscurity. However, it was quickly covered up, but it was still noticed by Lin Rei. Yes, these are all the upper echelons. There's still an elder outside who hasn't returned yet. Master, other than the Great Elder, there are 2 other Great Elders. They are both cultivating in the back mountain. At this time, the elder who ate the mind control pill stood up and said to Lin Rei in an extremely respectful tone. The Danzong Sect's sect leader was very surprised. He didn't know why the elder would act like this, and even call Lin Rei master. It seems that the pill worked. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei knew that the pill must have worked. Otherwise, they wouldn't speak like this, and they wouldn't be so respectful to him. It's been hard on you. Lin Rei didn't look at the elders, but directly said to Hei Long, who was next to him. Okay. After saying that, Hei Long's body began to blur. In just a few seconds, Hei Long's figure could no longer be seen in the hall. Seeing this scene, Lin Rei's eyes flashed with deep envy. I'll remember this for you. I'll settle it with you in the future. After saying that, Lin Rei walked in front of Lei Dong. Looking at Lin Rei, there was nothing but gratitude in his heart. Thank you so much for just now. Regardless of whether you saved me in the end, at least you came out first. I'm very touched by this, so thank you. After saying that, Lin Rei bowed to Lei Dong, then turned around and walked to the seat of the Danzong Sect's sect leader. After today, I'll be going into seclusion. Everything in the sect will continue to operate as usual. You all will still have your duties. However, if you need to find me when I'm not around, you can look for Lin Tian. He will come to find me. After arriving at the seat, Lin Rei sat down and ordered the elders on the ground. His tone was completely domineering, as if he was in a superior position. Yes, master. We will definitely abide by your words. In an instant, all the elders, including the Danzong Sect's sect leader who had concealed the truth, knelt on the ground and kowtowed to Lin Rei. This scene shocked everyone present. They didn't dare to believe that the ants that were at the mercy of others had become the rulers in the blink of an eye. Everything had changed too quickly, and it had already exceeded their scope of understanding. Okay. Arrange a place for them to stay in the sect later. It's best if it's a place with dense spiritual qi, Lin Rei said, only thinking of Lin Tian and Wan Yu. Yes, master. We will definitely take good care of the little master. Please don't worry. The nascent soul elders who were kneeling on the ground hurriedly agreed, without the slightest disrespect in their eyes. Okay, you all can get up too. Also, don't call me master anymore. Listen well. Call me young master from now on. Hearing them call him master, Lin Rei had goosebumps all over his body, so he asked them to call him young master like Dian Wei. Yes, young master. Hearing Lin Rei's words, everyone changed the way they addressed him and stood up, respectfully standing to the side. At this moment, Black Dragon walked in, followed by 2 white-haired elders. It was obvious that these 2 were the great elders of the Danzong Sect. Bai Xing greets master. The 2 elders bowed to Lin Rei as soon as they came in. At this moment, Lin Rei knew that the mind control pill had fused with him. Okay, you can get up. Also, you can call me young master like them. That's all. You can do whatever you want as usual. Lin Rei looked at them. For a moment, He didn't think of what to ask them to do. Suddenly, Lin Ray remembered that the Great Elder hadn't returned yet. Dragon, I have a task for you. When you finish it, you can do your own thing. But it has to be done today. Can you do it? Lin Ray found that Black Dragon had a teleportation spell, so he wanted him to deal with the Great Elder. Okay, tell me. Hearing Lin Ray's words, Black Dragon's face flashed with joy. He had been thinking about how to leave, but he didn't expect that an opportunity would come. In a moment, go and take the Great Elder's soul tablet. Chapter 54. Young Master, are you really going to stay here? Are you not going to change sex? At this moment, Shueisha couldn't help but ask when Lei Dong came out. Yes, as you can see, the entire sect belongs to Lin Ray now. I have a backer here, so you can leave first. No one will hurt me here. Hearing Shueisha's words, Lin Ray said what was on his mind with a smile on his face. Sigh, all right. I'll go back and ask the family head for instructions, and see what he thinks. Alright, go back. You've already offended Lin Ray, so it's not appropriate for you to stay here. It's good to go back. After saying that, Lei Dong didn't say anything else and directly walked into the sect, leaving Shueisha and the others behind. Sigh, young master, I'm afraid the friend you made this time isn't simple. The mysterious expert beside him should be at the Great Ascension stage, and this is just a conservative estimate. I really don't know how he did it. Shueisha looked at Lei Dong's back and muttered a lot of things to himself. A bitter smile appeared on his face as he walked out of the sect with his subordinate. At this moment, Linley was also sitting on the sect leader's seat in the hall. He lowered his head and looked at the Grand Elder below without saying a word. After persisting for 5 minutes, Baiyu finally couldn't take it anymore and asked, "What's the matter? I wonder if young master has something to instruct me to do since you've left me here alone? I want to ask, since you're the oldest elder in the sect, do you know how good your alchemy skills are?" When Lin Ray saw that Baiyu finally couldn't help but ask, Lin Ray also asked what he wanted to ask. Of course, I can't say that I'm the best in the Xiantian continent, but I can guarantee that there aren't many people who are better than me in alchemy. When Baiyu heard Lin Ray's question, he immediately boasted to Lin Ray with a face full of pride. Oh really? That's great. Lin Ray noticed that White Feather was looking at him strangely. He knew that the news was strange, so he quickly tidied up his messy clothes. That, Elder Baiyu, the reason why I want to ask you this question is because I want to learn alchemy. That's why I left you here alone. Do you understand? Hearing Linley's words, White Feather nodded, indicating that he understood the meaning behind Linley's words. How much does Sect Master know about alchemy? I don't know. You don't know anything about it? Yes, I don't know anything about it. Is there a problem? No problem. It's just a little troublesome. From his conversation with Linley, Baiyu had learned that this young master of his didn't even know the slightest bit about simple. This gave him a headache. All right, then I'll explain to young master about the various parts of alchemy. Firstly, you need to understand the ranks of alchemists. Alchemists are usually divided into many ranks according to heaven, earth, black, and yellow. The first rank is the yellow rank, and the yellow rank is the lowest among the 4 ranks. The heaven rank is the highest. It has been a long time since there was a heaven rank alchemist in our mysterious heavenly continent. That's not right. From what I know, the heaven rank isn't the highest rank. Furthermore, the heaven rank is only the entry level for alchemists. Linley's eyes were filled with bewilderment. From what he had learned from the system, the heaven rank was indeed the entry level for alchemists. However, this plane was too low level, so only the heaven rank was passed down. Anything above the heaven rank had been lost a long time ago. Thus, amongst the people of this plane, the heaven rank was the highest. However, Lin Ray's words had exceeded the scope of the known positions in the mysterious heavenly continent. Therefore, when Bai Yu heard this, he felt an incomparably heavy message. Impossible, this is absolutely impossible. The heaven rank is already the highest rank. It's impossible for there to be a higher rank. At this moment, Bai Yu seemed to have lost his mind. He stood there and muttered to himself with blank eyes. When Lin Ray saw this, he felt a little guilty. All right, Bai Yu. We'll talk about this later. Tell me about alchemy first. After hearing Lin Ray's words, Bai Yu immediately broke free from Lin Ray's previous message and quickly said to Lin Ray, I'm sorry, young master. It's my fault. It's fine. Let's continue. After hearing Lin Ray's words, Bai Yu put down the doubts in his heart and continued to talk about alchemy to Lin Ray. The most important thing for alchemists is their spiritual energy. As long as they have enough spiritual energy, they will be able to break through to the next level. However, this also depends on the individual's luck. Some people don't have this ability, but some have it. It's based on the person's physique. Secondly, it's about the mastery of pharmacology. If you can understand the composition of all the medicinal herbs, then you are already halfway to becoming an alchemist. There are many other things, such as, alright, this is what I know about alchemists. First of all, if you want to learn alchemy, young master, you must understand the medicinal properties of all the spiritual herbs. Only then can you refine a type of pill well. After hearing so much from Bai Yu, Lin Ray really benefited a lot. From a newbie in alchemy, after a few hours, he had already become an alchemist with some basic knowledge. What he lacked the most now was an actual battle. Alright. After talking for so long, it's time for you to rest. Go back. When I go into seclusion, I'll come find you. Then, you can teach me the true art of alchemy. Lin Li said to Bai Yu. Yes, young master. If you need anything, just let me know. If there's nothing else, I will take care of you. Goodbye. After finishing his words, Bai Yu walked out. On the way out, Bai Yu brought up the matter of the alchemist level that Lin Ray mentioned. Sigh, it seems like my unintentional mistake has become an obstacle for Bai Yu. Seems like I have to find a chance to tell him about the future of alchemy. Looking at Bai Yu's expression, Lin Ray felt very guilty. Originally, he wanted Bai Yu to teach him. In the end, he created an obstacle for him. Although Lin Li felt guilty in his heart, he didn't think too much about it. At this time, Lin Li's soul had entered the system's world. As for the issue of safety, Lin Li wasn't worried at all. With the protection of those nascent soul stage powerhouses, unless some people came to throw their lives away. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for returning to the system world. At this time, Lin Ray heard the stiff electronic voice of the system. For a moment, he missed the little dragon that always tricked him. I'm here to look at my gift box and the lottery. Alright, don't talk nonsense. Hurry up and start. Lin Ray said to the system impatiently. However, the system didn't get angry after hearing this. Ding dong! Does the host want to open the gift box? Yes, open it. Ding dong! Congratulations to the host for obtaining 3 chances to be a warlord, the last 3 chances. From now on, this system will be permanently sealed. The Martial Emperor Godly Spear has been upgraded once. Oh, the Martial Emperor Godly Spear has been upgraded? Seeing the items in the gift box, Lin Ray was immediately happy. He had wanted to upgrade the Martial Emperor Godly Spear for a long time, but he hadn't found the opportunity. Now the opportunity had come by itself. I'll use the chance to be a warlord first. As for the item lottery, I'll forget about it. I don't lack anything now. Maybe I can deal with emergencies in the future. Thinking of this, Lin Ray said to the system. Draw a warlord. Okay, please wait a moment. The chance to be a warlord will be activated. Warlord will be selected. After 3 chances to draw the lottery, Lin Ray already knew that each draw would take a minute. Therefore, Lin Ray didn't panic. Instead, he stood there and waited for the warlord to arrive. Subordinate Tianyun pays his respects to the master. A bright light flashed in front of his eyes, and he saw a person standing there. This person was dressed in a Taoist robe and dressed like a martial artist. This made Lin Rei speechless. Well, you can stand up. Wait a moment, there are others coming. Lin Rei spoke very politely, regardless of whether the person was his subordinate or not. This made Tianyun feel very strange and uncomfortable. System, can you draw them all at once? Do you know that it's very troublesome? At this moment, Lin Rei was getting impatient. Therefore, he shouted at the system. Yes. Since it's possible, then cut the crap. Hurry up and draw them all at once. Don't waste any more time. Okay, host. Warlord will be activated. Warlord will be selected. This time, the wait was a little longer. It was 4 times longer than the first time. 2 bright lights appeared in front of him. The lights slowly faded away, revealing a man and a woman standing in front of him. When Lin Rei saw this, 10,000 alpacas galloped in his heart. Why was there another woman? He originally thought that the remaining people were all men. He didn't expect another female warlord to come. Your subordinate Bing greets master. When the 2 of them saw Lin Rei, they strode forward and knelt down in front of Lin Rei. Then, they kowtowed to Lin Rei. Alright, all of you can get up. Get to know each other and cultivate here. When I have something to do, I'll look for you. Yes, we'll listen to your orders. Hearing Lin Rei's words, the 3 of them hurriedly replied respectfully to Lin Rei. However, Lin Rei was speechless. Why did they have to call him master every time? Don't call me master in the future. Just call me young master. Do you understand? If anyone remembers wrongly, I'll punish them. Alright, I won't disturb you from getting to know each other. After saying that, Lin Rei left the place in a flash and headed to his own information interface. At this moment, the place where the 3 warlords were standing was filled with the smell of gunpowder. It was as though a great battle was about to happen. Chapter 55. What? Do you want to fight? The man called Ming said to Tianyun, his tone full of provocation. Humph. Let's fight. Do you think I'm afraid of you? For a moment, the 2 of them released their cultivation auras. Beside them, Bing had a helpless look on his face. Hey, that's enough. Young master wants us to get familiar with each other here, so that we can have a tacit understanding when doing things in the future. But what are you doing? If young master finds out about this, I'll see what you'll do. We just want to learn from each other. We don't really want to fight. Don't you think so, Ming? Hearing Bing's words, Tianyun's accumulated strength immediately softened. He quickly winked at Ming and spoke to Bing in a soft tone. This scene made Ming throw a look of disdain at Tianyun. However, Bing's words made both of them lose their temper. They quickly retracted their aura and smiled as they begged Bing. Alright, let's go. Tianyun's eyes lit up as he looked at Bing. Bing, you can't tell young master about this. Young master is already very busy. If you tell young master about this, aren't you purposely making things difficult for young master? What do you think? Yes, I agree with Tianyun. Hearing Ming's words, Bing was silent for a moment. Then, he raised his head and said to both of them, All right, I won't tell young master about this. But you have to remember what you said today. Don't fight among yourselves in the future. If I find out that you secretly fought outside that day, I can't guarantee that I won't keep my mouth shut. All right. You can say whatever you want. We will definitely not fight in the future. So, you won't tell young master and help us keep it a secret? Yes, temporarily. But you have to remember what you said just now. After saying that, Bing ignored the 2 of them and walked to the side alone. Then, he sat on the ground and began to cultivate. Ming and Tianyun, who were standing in the same place, shrugged their shoulders and made a helpless expression. Then, they sat down and began to cultivate. At this time, Lin Ray didn't know that such a rich scene had happened after he left. Of course, even if Lin Ray knew, he wouldn't stop it. Anyway, no one would die. Learning from each other wasn't a good thing. System, bring up my information interface. I want to see all my current information. Ding dong, alright, please wait for a moment, host. I'll bring up your information interface right away. The moment the system finished speaking, the originally pitch-black space in front of him suddenly lit up, and Lin Ray's information interface popped out. Name: Lin Ray. Age: 14. Cultivation level: lower stage of enlightened experience, 2000006000000. Spiritual roots: thunder, fire, wood. 3. Chaos spiritual roots. Talent: top-notch cultivation method, primal chaos. Scripture: incomplete, devouring heavenly technique, growable, Hongmeng alchemy. Entry: cultivation method, martial skills, butterfly steps. Entry level: stellar finger, proficient, silent thunder spear art, high profound martial skill, now practice to the entry level, able to generate 3 lightning bolts, spirit treasure, martial emperor godly spear, high-level spiritual energy. Growable equipment, cloud treading boots, high-grade spiritual artifact, purple cloud robe, high-grade spiritual artifact, purple cloud inner armor, high-grade spiritual artifact, mount, red flame tiger, chi refinement. Level 9. Lottery roulette, 4 chances. Champion lottery system, champion lottery chances have been used up, this system has been permanently sealed. Reputation points: 0 exchange points, 0 spiritual stones, 0 mission. Main mission: establish a sect within the next 5 years. If you can't complete the mission or exceed the time limit, the system will kill you directly. Side mission: recruit 5 best disciples within the next 5 years. Every disciple must have top-notch aptitude. Also, you must help your disciples make a name for themselves in the entire mysterious heavenly mainland within the next 5 years. If you can't complete the mission within the next 5 years, you will be killed by the system directly, just like the previous mission. Side mission: go to the Fengyan sect and kill the 3rd Elder Wang Xin within the next year. If you can't complete the mission or exceed the time limit, the system will kill you directly. Side mission: control the entire upper echelon of the Danzong sect within a day and become the master of the Danzong sect. Pills: 30 body strengthening pills, 200 soul strengthening pills, 50 foundation establishment pills, 1 mind control pill. I didn't expect that I would level up so much in the past few months. Sigh, if it weren't for the experience points that the system absorbed, I would probably be able to fast now. Lin Ray stood where he was and looked at his information interface. Thinking back, it had only been a few months since he arrived in the mysterious heavenly mainland, but it felt like decades had passed. It was incomparably long. Sigh, the world is unpredictable. There's no use in lamenting. It seems like I've been overthinking. At this moment, Lin Ray's eyes were filled with vicissitudes of life. If it wasn't for the fact that he had the appearance of a teenager, people would definitely think that he was an old monster just by looking at his eyes. Let's go. There are still many things waiting for me. If I stay here like this, I'll have less time to cultivate and the time Hong Lian will take to wake up will increase. As he spoke, Lin Ray's consciousness moved and returned to his body. When he opened his eyes, he was still in the palace where he left. Nothing had changed. Ding dong, the host's side quest still has 3 hours. If you can't complete it within 3 hours, the system will give you a terrible punishment. I hope that the host can complete it as soon as possible or be mentally prepared. What? Lin Ray didn't expect to hear such terrible news as soon as he came out. He raised his head and looked outside. As expected, the sky was already dark. This made Lin Ray anxious. If he couldn't complete it, he would be dead. Sigh, Black Dragon, you have to complete it quickly. If you're late, I'll be in trouble. At this moment, Lin Rei was praying in his heart that Black Dragon would find the whereabouts of the Great Elder as soon as possible and feed him the mind control pill. But at this moment, the Black Dragon was flying leisurely and uneasily. A lazy expression appeared on his face, and in his hands was the mind-controlling pill that Linley had given him. Sigh, I really don't know why Lin Rei wants to find the Great Elder in one day. I have to come out to look for him. If only I was free and unfettered in the Misty Rain Pavilion now. As he spoke, Black Dragon's face revealed a lascivious expression. He couldn't help but drool. As the saying goes, dragons are lascivious. Now it seems that it was true. Just as Black Dragon was thinking about having fun in the Misty Rain Pavilion, he suddenly sensed the location of the Great Elder from the soul tablet of the Great Elder. For a moment, a smile appeared on Black Dragon's face. Hee, I finally found you. If I still can't find you, I'll go crazy. Perhaps Black Dragon was too excited and forgot to restrain his aura. Originally, there were cultivators flying on their swords in a radius of dozens of miles. Because of Black Dragon's carelessness, he didn't expect to cause a traffic accident. When the cultivators in the sky sensed Black Dragon's aura, they directly fell from the sky. What's going on? Why is it like this? Who is it? How can you be so inconsiderate? You think you can bully us just because your cultivation is strong? One roar after another rang out from the cultivators who had fallen down from the sky. If it were just one person, it would not have cared. However, there were nearly 100 cultivators here. Their roars woke up the Black Dragon, who was in a state of excitement. Seeing that, the Black Dragon quickly realized what was going on. Thus, it hastily retracted its aura. Oh, I forgot. Black Dragon revealed an apologetic expression. Then, after 3 minutes of silence for the cultivators who fell from the sky, he flew towards the location of the Danzong Sect's Great Elder. Black Dragon couldn't be blamed for encountering such an incident. Therefore, he didn't think too much about it. The most important thing for him now was to catch the Great Elder and then And what's going on? Why do I feel like someone is suppressing me? At this moment, the Great Elder, who was walking with his disciple, suddenly felt a sense of fear and a feeling of being spied on. Master, you are the one with the highest cultivation in the Danzong Sect apart from the Great Elder. If there is someone who doesn't care about his life and wants to harm you, wouldn't that be suicide? Does he want to live too long? Hearing his master's words, Wu Chu quickly boasted to his master. However, his other disciple was completely different from what Wu Chu said. Master, there are many people in this world who can endure. Since you have this feeling, I think we should be more careful. If we really meet a man then, there's no need. I'm already sure that I'm being watched. He's already here. Hearing his other disciple's words, the Great Elder didn't refute. Instead, he pointed in a direction. He saw Black Dragon quickly flying towards the Great Elder. His speed was very fast, but it only took a few seconds for him to reach the Great Elder. Cough, you must be the Great Elder of the Danzong Sect, right? Arriving in front of the Great Elder, Black Dragon didn't beat around the bush and directly asked him. Yes, I am the Great Elder of the Danzong Sect. I don't know what senior means by this. This junior doesn't remember offending senior. After seeing Black Dragon, the Great Elder couldn't see through Black Dragon's cultivation no matter how hard he tried. Therefore, he came to the conclusion that the person in front of him had a higher cultivation than him. Moreover, it wasn't just a little bit higher. It's nothing. The sect master ordered me to give this pill to you and watch you eat it. Hearing Black Dragon's words, the Great Elder frowned. Then, he looked at the pill in Black Dragon's hand. With one look, the Great Elder's eyes widened. How is this possible? Is there really such an exquisite alchemy technique in this world? After seeing the pill in Black Dragon's hand, the great elder started to lose his mind. He even muttered that it was impossible. He looked like a madman. Master, Master, what's wrong? Don't scare us. When the two disciples beside him saw their master's appearance, they hurriedly walked up and asked, "You're tuning in to the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories."